all throughout ng ating webinar, we have few house rules na. So number 1, always mute your microphone. Rename using the format province, school, and name. So sa mga hindi pa nakapag-rename dyan, open your camera if possible for us to have a more interaction with our speaker. Find a comfortable review area free from distractions. Listen, focus, and take notes. So hopefully merong mga notes ang lahat. May mga notebook na dala lahat ng nasa Zoom natin ngayon. Next is use the chat feature to ask questions without interrupting. And syempre, avoid unnecessary comments in the chat box. And use the raise hand feature and wait to be called if you want to speak during interactive to reviewer on this link. Ayan. So sa mga naka-attend last week, for sure ay naka-download nyo na to. Pero yung mga bago pa lang, ayan, nasa screen natin. Kindly download kasi dyan din nakabase yung ating review for this afternoon. Okay? So, ayan. So kung ready ka na, can you type 1 again? Ayan, 1, 1, 1. So I can introduce na yung ating speaker this afternoon. Ayan, so ready na sila. Okay. So our speaker is actually a graduate from Tarlac State University and took Bachelor of Secondary Education, major in Mathematics. At sinasabi ko kanina dahil ma-hype tayo sa kanya dahil siya lang naman ay last March 2023 ay top 8. Yes, top 8 on our nationwide na licensure examination for teachers. Okay, nationwide guys. Okay, so ito na ang ating speaker for our session on mathematics this afternoon. May I call on Sir Ricardo Punzalan.
Hello, good afternoon po. Good afternoon everyone.
Good afternoon, sir.
Ayun. Good afternoon po sa DOST Tarlac. Unang-una na sila nag-organize ng webinar and review session na ito. And hopefully, ito ay makatulong sa mga aspiring na DOST scholars ng undergrad, no, na maging kumbaga matupad ang kanilang pangarap kasi nga DOST scholar is like a very huge privilege, no, being one scholar kasi ako personally I am a DOST scholar since 2018. So like on that year I was in your position, no? Ako isang naghahangad na maging isang DOST scholar. So ano nga ba ang isang perks na pagiging isang DOST scholar? By the way, again, good afternoon everyone. Nakita ko na may mga participants pala from other provinces. So ayun, hindi ako na-orient na nationwide pala ito, no? Ayan, so hopefully I will be able to impart my skills and knowledge sa review session na ito. So again, I am Sir Ricardo Punzalan, 2018 DOST undergrad scholar, merit sa Tarlac State University, I have taken Bachelor of Secondary Education, major in Mathematics. And now I am currently a lecturer sa Tarlac State University, sa alma mater ko, College of Education. Okay, so parang konting motivation muna tayo bago tayo mag-start sa review proper. What are the perks of being a DOST scholar? So, tumingin ako sa website ng DOST-SEI. Pero I think may mas updated pa dito, no? Kasi alam ko nagtaas na sila ng stipend. So, ayan. So, if you are currently aspiring to be a student sa private higher ed institution, ayan yung binibigay nilang grant sa tuition. So, up to 40,000 per academic year. And then, may mga allowances pa yan. Ito yung most important, syempre, may monthly living stipend or allowance na 7,000. I think, tama po ba, Sir Emerson, nagtaas na po ng stipend this semester?
Additional 1K, so 8,000 na siya.
Ayun, so that's good to hear. So, imagine yung 8,000 pesos per month. Hindi na kayo hingi ng allowance sa mga parents nyo. Kayo na magbibigay ng allowance sa kanila. Imagine, like as a student, nakakatulong na kayo legit sa family nyo. So that's the perks of being a DOS scholar. That's not just the perk. Maraming mga privileges, no? Bukod sa mga allowances, you also get to interact with other scholars from your university. Meron tayong Tarlac State University Association of DOS Scholars dito sa TSU. And if naging DOS scholar ka, syempre magiging part ka na ng org na yun. So you will take part in activities kung saan you're going to give back to the community, mga activities involving helping the community and the university through science and education as a student of TSU and as a DOST scholar. So hindi lang sa TSU, marami, bawat university may mga kanya-kanyang associations of DOS scholars. And on top of that, meron ding syempre, meron ding mga activities na sinasagawa ang, for instance, sa Region 3 na DOST-SEI, may mga activities like, or tawag doon, parang culminating activity kung saan you get along with other scholars, not just in your province, but in the region as well. So, that's, yun, experience siya, learning opportunity, and syempre, talagang most importantly, makakatulong sa pag-aaral mo and sa career mo eventually after you graduate. Anyway, so just for the motivation, let's proceed na to learn mathematics. So mathematics is one of the core topics na i-cover natin or i-covered ng examination ng DOST undergrad. So under this, nanggaling kasi sa Siyensya-Abilidad second edition yung material na pinagbasehan natin for this review. So, ang outline ng mga topics, I sorted them out. Ito yung mga outline na topics na i-cover natin for this afternoon. Start with functions. Ay, wait lang. Hindi pa pala nakashare yung screen. Kaya pala. Ayun. Kita na po ba yung nasa screen?
Yan, wala pa, sir.
Wala pa rin po. Wait lang po.
Ayan, okay na po.
Ayun, finally. Kaya pala nasalita na ako for too long. Di pa pala nakaano. Ayan. O, pakita ko ulit yung mga perks. Eto, ayan. No? O, covered ang tuition fee, covered ang monthly living allowance nyo, clothing allowance, transpo, ayan, pati thesis nyo. Pati pag gumawa kayo ng research nyo, it will be covered. May bibigay na grant si DOS sa inyo. So, that's an opportunity besides the opportunity as well to interact with fellow scholars, like-minded individuals na makakatulong sa studies and sa future careers ninyo. So, ayun. Pampahype. Then, papadagdag ng hype. Sabi nga ni Sir na hype. Sana na-hype kayo. Okay, next. Let's go back to the outline of topics. As I mentioned, ang ating coverage is the Siyensya-Abilidad second edition learning material from DOST-SEI. Sinort out ko sila into these concepts. First ay functions in algebra, geometry and trigonometry, sequences and series, sets and logic, probability, at saka mathematics of finance. So, wag kayong mabibigla kung medyo jumbled yung mga numbering dito kasi I literally copied the questions from the reviewer para ma-check nyo na rin siya. No, if you have a copy of the Siyensya-Abilidad second edition reviewer, available naman siya, I think, online. No, you can look it up para you can work on these items yourself. No, so parang this, I hope that this review session will give you a direction kung paano nyo sasagutan yung mga type of questions na ibibigay ni DOST. Possible na ibibigay niya when you will take your qualifying exam for the scholarship. Okay, so without further ado, let us start. By the way, question ko lang po Sir Emerson if mag-Q&A na lang po siguro after ng every topic para siguro.
Yes po, sure po, sure po.
Okay po sir. Para hindi masyadong time consuming kasi medyo baka mag-take tayo ng time while we explain each item. Okay, let's proceed with the first item under functions and algebra. Okay, first question. Which of the following defines a one-to-one function? Letter A, f of x is equal to 1/2 x plus 3. So, unang item, may x agad, no? F of x is equal to 3x squared minus 1. F of x is equal to x squared plus x plus 1. Or letter D, f of x is equal to 5. What is this? Absolute value of x. So, if you see that symbol, it's absolute value. Para aware na kayo agad. Okay, one-to-one. Pag sinasabing one-to-one function, ibig sabihin dyan, yung function mo, bawat output mo sa function or bawat value ni y sa function, there is only one value of x. How do we visualize that? Kunwari, example ko si f of x is equal to x squared. Okay. Let's create a table of values para mapakita yung ano yung itsura nito or sample ng mga points na nasa function na to. So, let's say na x is equal to -2. Ano kaya yung value ni f of x or ni y? Sige, balitan natin ng f of x. This will be f of x. So, we will replace, or substitute the value of x doon sa function. So this will become -2 squared, which is equal to +4. Okay, let's try another value. What if +2? Kapag +2 ang tinry ko, we substitute it as well. That will be 2 tapos squared, that's equal to 4. So that means dalawang magkaibang value ng x, tapos ang result is the same. That is not a one-to-one function. Not one-to-one. So, ibig sabihin, kasi many to one, dalawa na x, tapos ang output isang value ni y. So, hindi siya one-to-one function. Okay. Yun ang hinaharap dito. Kailangan isa lang ang possible na value ni x na may result na value ni y or f of x. So in short, ito yung kailangan yung alamin, kapag one-to-one function siya. Or mas madali sigurong makita na hindi one-to-one function. Kapag quadratic ang isang function, meaning nag-start siya sa x squared or something 4x squared, 1/2 x squared, Basta may x squared yung unahan niya, that is not a one-to-one function. So that means letter B and letter C, tanggal na yan. Next, hindi rin pwede yung mga functions na absolute value. Kapag absolute value function siya, automatic hindi na rin yan one-to-one. So tanggal na si letter D. So yun. So parang ito yung trick sa pag-answer ng multiple choice, tanggalin mo yung mga choices na hindi possible doon sa question mo. So agad, ang sagot natin dito is letter A. Ayan. Let us show an example of the graph. Ayan. Ganyan yung mga iba't ibang functions natin here. As you can see, yung quadratic, parehong paakyat on both sides. That's why it's not one-to-one. Quadratic at saka absolute value, hindi sila pwede. That's why the answer is yung linear function or ito, 1/2 x plus 3. Okay. So that would be for the first item. So I hope that you have understood it. Siguro ipunin na lang po natin yung mga questions natin mamaya after we finish this first section sa functions and algebra. Okay, next item. What is the domain of the function defined by f of x is equal to the square root of x squared minus 1? Domain of the function. So, ano ba ang ibig sabihin ng domain? Ang domain is the set of all possible values of x. Okay? That's what the domain stands for. Lahat ng possible na value ni x sa function. Okay? If for instance, sa tinanong is range, ang range naman, all possible values of y. Yun naman ang range ng isang function. So in this case, domain, all possible values of x, we will try, kasi perhaps mayroong values ni x ang hindi pwede sa function na to. Ano kaya yun? And bakit? Ganito kasi, square root of x squared minus 1. Say for instance, we have a number square root of negative 1. What's the square root of the number negative 1? Okay, sige, isipin nyo maigi. No? Square root of negative 1 actually is not a real number. No? Not a real number. Or simply, kapag kinalculate nyo yan, tinry nyo man kung meron kayong scientific calculators, pero I believe na hindi siya pwede sa qualifying exam, itry nyo lang, makikita nyo na math error siya kasi hindi siya real number. So in this case, naghanap tayo ng mga values ni x kung saan hindi magiging negative yung nasa loob ng square root natin. Okay. Dapat yung buong x squared minus 1 is positive or pwedeng 0, wag lang negative. So that means x squared, the values of x squared should be greater than or equal to 0. Okay. Now, let's check. Gawa tayo ng table of values just to see kung ano yung mga possible na values ni x squared minus 1. X squared minus 1 pa rin. Okay. So, x, say for instance, value ni x, negative 2. Gawa tayo ng table of values. Negative 1, 0, 1, 2. And then, we compute for x squared. Okay. X squared minus 1. Okay. So ito, x squared, negative 2 squared is 4, minus 1 is equal to 3. Okay. Next, negative 1 squared minus 1 is equal to 0. Okay. Pwede pa yan. 0 pa naman siya. 0 squared minus 1 is negative 1. Ayun. Kapag umabot sa 0, magiging negative 1 na siya. Hindi na pwede yun. Kasi kailangan greater than or equal to 0 or positive siya. Let's try 1. 1 squared minus 1 is equal to 0. And then 2 squared minus 1 is equal to 4 minus 1 is equal to 3. So, yan yung mga values ni x squared minus 1. So, hanggang dito lang yung pwede. At saka hanggang dito sa dyan. So, putol yung mga possible values ni x natin. So, to answer this, we have what we call the interval notation. Interval notation, kung saan sasabihin natin yung mga possible values ni x as an inequality. So, lahat ng mga values ni x mula kay negative infinity, gawin mo itong negative 3, negative 4, negative 5, hanggang negative 1 million, pwede siya. Kasi ang answer will still be positive. Hindi siya magiging negative. Kaya pwede si negative infinity hanggang sa value ni negative 1. Actually, ito yung magiging boundary natin. Okay? Kasi kasama siya, pwede si mismong negative 1, we use a bracket. That's how we do interval notation. And then, we can combine this with the interval sa kabila from 1 to infinity. So kahit tumaas yung value ni x positively, like 100, 1,000, and so on, pwede siya. No? Kasama siya. So you use a bracket kasi kasama pa rin si 1, and then it goes to positive infinity, and ayan siya. So that's why the answer for this item, no, number 35, sa Siyensiyabilidad Reviewer nyo is letter A. Negative infinity to negative 1, union 1 to positive infinity. So union kasi pinagsama yung dalawang intervals na ito. Okay? Next item, number 27. When graphed in the Cartesian plane, which of the following equations passes through quadrant 1? Okay. Quadrant 1. X plus 2 is equal to 0. Y plus 2 is equal to 0. X plus y minus 2 is equal to 0. Or x plus y plus 2 is equal to 0. So before we can answer this question, let's learn about the quadrants na mabilisan. Okay? So yung quadrants sa Cartesian plane ay meron tayong 4, kaya nga siya quadrant. So the first one is quadrant 1, makikita yan sa upper to the right. No? Yung mga values ng points natin dyan ay positive, positive. So, kunwari mag-plot ka ng point na 4, 2, makikita mo yan sa quadrant 1. Okay. Dito naman, paikot yan, no? Counterclockwise. So, Q2 or quadrant 2, ito naman ay may mga signs na yung mga points niya ay may mga signs na negative, positive. So, kapag na-plot ka ng point na negative 4, negative 4 at saka 2, i-plot mo yan, nasa quadrant 2 siya. And then next, we have quadrant 3, kung saan negative, both ay negative. And then quadrant 4, kung saan positive yung x and negative yung y coordinate ng mga points natin. So yun. The question is, which of the following passes through quadrant 1? So naghahanap tayo dito, no, sa 4 na to, ng isang equation kung saan mayroon siyang point na parehong positive. So yun yun ang kailangan natin dito. No need to graph every single point, just to find out na mayroong isang point value of x and y that satisfies the equation at parehong positive yung x and y, okay na siya. No? Yun ay magiging sagot natin dito. So, let's construct a table of values. X plus 2. So, okay, x plus 2 is equal to 0. We will, this is equal to x is equal to negative 2. No? Pareho lang yung equations na yan. Bale, nag-transpose ka lang, no, sa kabila, magiging x is equal to negative 2. So, pag gumawa ka ng table of values dyan, no matter what value you try, negative 3, negative 2, negative 1, 0, 1, 2, 3, ang value ang value ng function natin, or f of x, no? Okay, ganito siya. Negative 2. X is equal to negative 2. Okay, ganito siya. Hindi siya function, technically. Kasi if you're going to graph this pala, ganito siya. It is something like this. Vertical line siya. Okay? So, negative 1, negative 2, ayan yung line yan. No? Yun yung example lang isang vertical line. No? If you learned about vertical lines, wala silang slope, undefined ang slope nila. So, ganyan siya. X is equal to negative 2. Sabihin, yung both ends ng line, hindi dumaan dito. No? Wala siya dyan. So, matik na yon, tanggal na si letter A. Next, let's try si letter B. Y is equal to negative 2. Okay. Kapag ganyan, we graph this in this way. No? Negative 1, negative 2. Tapos dito naman siya. This is a horizontal line naman. Okay. Ito, pwede mong gawa ng table of values. Ito kasing letter A is hindi pwede dahil siya hindi nga siya function in the first place. Pero itong letter B, kung sakaling meron kang value ni x, -2, -1, 0, 1, 2, yung y mo is always going to be -2. So pareho. Walang point dyan na both positive. So tanggal na rin. Tanggal na rin si letter B. Tanggal si A, tanggal si B. Next, eto. X plus y minus 2 is equal to 0. This is equivalent to y. I-transpose ko sa kabilang side yung the rest. Iiwan ko lang si y sa left side kasi mas madaling i-graph or madaling gumawa ng table of values in that way. So y is equal to -x plus 2. Okay, -x plus 2. Pag gumawa tayo ng table of values dyan, that will be x, -2, -1, 0, 1, 2. Negative ni -2, that is positive 2. No? Plus 2, that's equal to 4. Okay. Huh? Then, -1 or negative of -1 is positive 1. Plus 2, that's equal to 3. And then dito, 0, okay, 0 minus, negative ni 0 is 0 pa rin, plus 2, that's equal to 2. Tapos, 1, negative of 1 is -1, plus 2, that's equal to 1. Tapos ito, 2, negative of 2 is -2 plus 2 is equal to 0. So, anong nangyari? As you can see, meron tayong point na 1, 1. So, si 1, 1 ay isa sa mga points ni x plus y minus 2 is equal to 0. That means, meron kang point na nasa quadrant 1. So, therefore, the answer for this item, number 27, is letter C. Okay. Sige, I hope na naintindihan nyo yung item na yon. You can send a question again sa chat para masagutan natin mamaya after this. We finish the section sa functions and algebra. Ayan, letter C. Next, number 14. What should be multiplied to the binomial x minus 2y so that the product is a trinomial? Okay. When we say trinomial, that means isa siyang expression na mayroong from the word, or from the keyword na try, tatlong terms. Okay. Tatlo yung mga terms niya. So we will multiply each of this, A, B, C, D, kx minus 2y. So let's try si 2y. 2y multiplied by x minus 2y. So how do we do this? We use the FOIL method. So, yeah, parang FOIL method. Distribution pala to. Ito sa letter A. Okay? 2y times x, tapos 2y times -2y. So 2y times x, that's equal to 2xy. And then yung sa second one, 2y times -2y, that's equal to -4y squared. Okay. Trinomial ba siya? Hindi. Dalawa lang yung terms natin. Dalawa lang yung ina-add. So, that means hindi siya yung sagot. Next. Let's try muna si x plus 2y. Mamaya na si x minus 2y. X plus 2y muna. X plus 2y multiplied by x minus 2y. Ito, yung gagamitan ng FOIL method. So, if you're aware of the concept of difference of two squares, ganyan yung format niya. Kasi kapag ginawa mo yung FOIL method dito, so x times x is equal to x squared. X times -2y is -2xy 2y times x is equal to positive 2xy, tapos 2y times negative 2y is equal to negative 4y squared. What do we get? Cancelled out ito, ang may iwan is x squared minus 4y squared. Ilan ang terms? Dalawa pa rin. So that means tanggal si letter C. Pag tinry mo sa letter D, sabihin ko na, mas mahaba to. So hindi lang siya tatlo. Kasi kapag, sige nga, subukan natin. X squared plus 2y plus 4y squared multiply by x minus 2y. So you get x cubed, no? Tapos, negative 2x squared y, tapos, plus 2xy, and then, minus 4y squared, plus 4y squared x, and then negative 8y cubed. Mahaba masyado. Hindi 3 terms to kapag sinimplify. So, wala na rin to. The correct answer is letter B. So, let's check. Bakit letter B? Kasi x minus 2y multiplied by x minus 2y is equal to x squared tapos negative 2xy tapos negative 2xy tapos positive. Positive 4y squared. So that's equal to x squared minus 4xy plus 4y squared. And how many terms? 1, 2, 3. Exactly what we are looking for sa question na ito. So the answer is letter B. Okay? Similar question sa nauna. What should be multiplied to the binomial a squared minus ab plus b squared so that the product is a binomial? Binomial, the question here, dapat dalawa ang, o yung hinahanap is dalawa ang terms. Okay, let's try if we multiply ab. Kapag binultiply mo si ab, ang sagot dyan is, sagot na agad, no? So, a cube, kasi ito lang, ito namumultiply mo lang siya, distribute lang. So, a cube b minus a squared b squared plus ab cube. Oh, 3 terms. Hindi mo pwedeng simplify. So, di siya kasama. Let's try si a plus b. Kapag a plus b, napakita na natin siya. A squared minus ab plus b squared. That's equal to a cube. Tapos, ito, minus a squared b. Yun. A squared b plus b cube. Tapos, ito, plus a squared b minus ab squared plus b cube. So the answer here, if we simplify, this will be a cube, cancel out, okay. So sobra siya kasi minus ab squared plus, sobra siya. Kasi b cube to, add mo siyan, magiging 2b cube. Trinomial pa rin. Okay. In short, tanggal na yung dalawang yan. A at saka b. So, the correct answer actually for this one is letter, wait lang. Let me correct. Wait lang, nagkamali itong computation. Sige, i-use natin. A plus b, a squared minus ab plus b squared. Ayos natin, no? Isa-isa. A cube, tapos, minus A squared B, tapos, A plus AB squared, tapos, plus A squared B, tapos, plus AB squared. Ano, minus AB squared. Okay. Plus B cube. Ay, wait lang. 1, 2. Namali tayong sign. A squared B, cancel out. Oh, okay. So interesting. It's AB. It cancels out pala. I think na may typo lang kanina. May na-mislook lang ako. Anyway, nagka-cancel out pala yung sa gitna. So that means ang may iwan dito, turns out, is A cube plus B cube. So, eto nga pala ang hinaharap natin. Ayun. A cube plus B cube. Product is a binomial. So the answer actually is indeed letter B. By the way, ito kasing format, tandaan nyo na lang, A plus B multiplied by A squared minus AB plus B squared is equal to A cube plus B cube. Ang tawag dito is the sum of two cubes. Yan ang tawag dyan, sum of two cubes. Meron din tayong tinatawag na A minus B multiplied by A squared plus AB plus positive, negative, positive, negative, positive, positive, B squared. Ang magiging result dito is A cube minus B cube. This is called the difference of two cubes. So if you ever encounter this one, no? Itong dalawang to, yan. Sure yan na ang magiging sagot is a binomial. Ayun. So, okay? The answer is letter B. Next, number 11, sa siyensiyabilidad reviewer nyo, suppose that A plus B is equal to 2. If the line given by AX plus BY is equal to 16 passes through 3 and negative 2, what is the value of A and B? So, sabi niya, dumaan yung line na AX plus BY is equal to 16 sa point na 3, negative 2. That means, if you substitute 3 kay X, kasi X coordinate yan, tapos yung negative 2 kay Y, dito sa X and Y sa equation, you will get 16. No? This will still be an equation. It satisfies the equation. So, pwede mong isubstitute si 3 kay X at negative 2 kay Y. Ganun yung magiging discard natin dito, no? So, A plus B is equal to 2. Yun yung unang given. And then sa pangalawa, we substitute A times 3 plus B times negative 2 is equal to 16. So what's the value daw of A and B? Meron tayong dalawang equations. This is equivalent to A plus B is equal to 2. Tapos yung isa, 3A minus 2B is equal to 16. This is a system of linear equations or simply simultaneous equations. So meron tayong dalawang ways para sagutan yan. We can use elimination or pwede tayong mag-substitution. Mag-substitution tayo for this example, no? So how do we do substitution? Ito yung first equation natin. First equation and then second equation. Gagawin natin, we express A in terms of B. So A is equal to 2 minus B. So nilipat ko lang si B sa kabilang side, kaya naging A is equal to 2 minus B. So, pwede kong ipalit, in this case, because A is equal to 2 minus B, pwede kong ipalit si 2 minus B sa value ni A. So meaning 3 times 2 minus b minus 2b is equal to 16. Ito na yung magiging equation natin galing sa equation 2 at sinubstitute ko si 2 minus b kay a. Now, from here, we can distribute 6 minus 3b minus 2b is equal to 16. And then 6 minus 5b is equal to 16. And then we can transpose negative 5b is equal to 16 minus 6, or simply 10. 10. Divide both sides by negative 5. You get b is equal to 10 divided by negative 5. That is equal to negative 2. So, dun pa lang, nakuha na natin ang sagot na letter D. That's how you do substitution. Okay? Pwede mo ring i-compute pa, pero no need. Kasi yun na yun. Lahat dyan is hindi naman possible. So, letter D na ang magiging sagot natin sa item na to. Okay? So, you do the similar process actually. Kaya, pinagsama-sama ko na sila kasi you will simply do the same procedure. Agaya nito, papalitan mo lang yung ilalagay mo, A plus B is equal to negative 3. And then, gagawin mong A times negative 1 plus B times 2 is equal to 18. And then, you do the same process kanina. So, ito magiging A is equal to negative 3 minus B. Tapos, ilalagay ko doon. Kasi, diba, naging negative A to, negative A plus 2B. If you simplify this, is equal to 18. You can simplify or express this as negative 3 minus B plus 2B is equal to 18. And to make things quick, ang magiging sagot dito, sige nga, lagyan na natin. Negative 3 minus B plus 2B or simply plus B is equal to, let me check. Oh, negative. I forgot. Negative of this is going to be positive 3 plus B plus 2B is equal to 18. Ayun. So this is 3B is equal to 18 minus 3 or 15. Kaya simplify, divide both sides by 3, you get B is equal to 5. B is equal to 5. Ayun na sagot mo. Letter C. Okay. So we can use systems of linear equations or simultaneous equations din para sagutan ng mga susunod na items na problem solving. Ayan. Joanna went to the gracious shepherd to buy snacks, which is a mixture of peanuts and green peas. The peanuts and green peas are being sold for 50 cents per 10 grams and 80 cents per 10 grams respectively. So yung peanuts daw, sabi dito, peanuts is being sold for 50 cents or 50 centavos, no, per 10 grams. So, sa isang gram, kasi 10 grams yon, bali divide mo lang sa 10, magiging 0.05, 5 centavos per 1 gram. Yun namang isa, green peas, sold for 50 cents. Oh, no, 80 cents. Yun naman, 80 cents per 10 grams. Which is equal to 0.08 per gram. So if she wants a kilogram of the snack for 62 pesos, what must be the composition of the mixture? Okay, ito yung una. Nanggaling tayo sa info na paghahatiin mo yung ilang grams yung sa nuts and green peas. So magle-let tayo dito. Let X be the grams of nuts. And let Y be the grams of green peas. Okay. Ganyan sila. Yan yung ating gagamitin ng mga variables. So kapag tinotal mo yan, syempre makukuha mo yung 1 kilogram. No? She wants a kilogram. So yung unang equation natin here will be x plus y is equal to 1,000. Doon tayo magsa-start. So x plus y is equal to 1,000. Kasi yan yung total nila. Next. Itong 62 pesos, paano natin gagamitin itong 62 pesos? Pwede natin na i-express ito as a total of the cost ng bawat isa. So para makuha mo yung cost, total cost for each, total cost ng nuts, i-multiply mo kung ilang grams ang binili mo sa price per gram. So magkano ba ang price per gram of nuts or peanuts? That is 0.05. And magkano naman ang isang gram ng green peas? That is 0.08 or 8 centavos. So we will use that 0.05 multiplied by x. That means cost of peanuts per gram multiplied by how many grams plus 0.08, no, cost per gram of green peas multiplied by the number of grams of green peas plus 0.08. That will total to 62 pesos. So mula dyan, pwede mo nang isolve si x or y. Meron na naman tayong simultaneous equations kung saan we can use substitution method. X is equal to 1,000 minus y. Tapos, ipalit mo si value ni x na 1,000 minus y dito sa x. So, magiging 0.05 1,000 minus y plus 0.08 is equal to 62. Okay. So, that simplifies to 0.08. Oh, wait. Nakalimutan ko. 0.08y ito.
Nakalimutan niya.
Yan. Okay. Wala doon. Magiging 0.05 times 1,000. That's equal to 50 minus 0.05y. Let's correct that one.
So 50 minus y.
Minus 0.05y plus 0.08y is equal to 62. Simplify natin, magiging 50 plus 0.03y is equal to 62. Kasi 0.08
wait, yung y hindi
minus 0.05y. Ayun, mag-simplify siya. Mag-cancel out lang. Ay, combine like terms lang naman to. And then, to solve for y, gagawin natin, wait lang, hindi tayo kasya yung space dito. 0.03y is equal to 62 minus 50.
Wow, that's how you do it.
Yes. And then, from here, magiging divided both sides. Kasi ito, 62 minus 50, that's going to be 12. and then you divide both sides by 0.03. So, anong value ni y here? So, if you will divide 12 by 0.03, move to decimals, add 2 zeros, that's going to be 400. So, saan dito yung may 400 na value ni y? Ano ba yung y? Grams of green peas. Saan yung 400 na grams of green peas? Letter B. So, the answer here is letter B. Ayun. Okay. For this last item, siguro you can work it out yourself. Number 13 siya sa siyensyabilidad. Kayo naman ang sumubok na mag-answer dito sa number 13. By the way, yung answer key dyan, nandiyan naman sa no? Nasa reviewer naman. So you can check if you got the correct answer. Ayan. Same concept. No? Ina-apply mo lang yung same na concept ng simultaneous equations sa different contexts or different problems. By the way, the answer here is letter C. Okay. That concludes our first part of the 6 parts na i-discuss natin today. Sana kayanin. Okay. Pwede po ba, Sir Emerson, for Q&A now?
Yes, sir. Sure po.
How can I see the chats? Ayan. Mukhang wala pa namang questions so far. Siguro if you have any questions, i-chat nyo na lang para makita ko after every section ng review natin para I can respond to that. Ayan. Okay. Lang.
Sa ating mga students, no, as mentioned ni Sir, you may type in sa ating chat box if you have clarifications or questions doon sa mga naunang items na sinagutan. No? So we can clarify them before tayo mag-proceed sa next topic. Thank you. So far, Sir, actually wala pa naman, no? Wala pa na question, and nakakatuwa kasi yung ibang students natin, sumasabay sila dun sa discussion mo, sumasagot sila actually sa chat box.
Ayun. That's good to hear kasi talagang kailangan maging active tayo, no? Hindi tayo nakikinig lang sa lecture, but we are actively participating para mas mag-stick sa atin yung mga learnings ngayon. Okay? So, thank you. So, if wala ng questions, we will proceed to the next section, which is about geometry and trigonometry. Okay. Question number 2 from the reviewer. Which of the following statements are true? A rectangle is a parallelogram. A square is a rhombus. A square is a rectangle. A parallelogram is a rhombus. Okay, so sa mga hindi pa nakakaalam kung paano yung relationships ng bawat isa, ito yung chart nila. Okay, so quadrilaterals yan lahat yan. And then we have trapezoid, parallelogram, and then kite. So under trapezoid, meron tayong isosceles trapezoid, meaning lahat ng mga sides dyan these two sides, magkapareho ng measurement kapag isosceles trapezoid. Special kind of trapezoid yun. And then, under parallelogram, meron tayong dalawa. Rectangle and rhombus. So, yung parallelogram na merong right angles, yun yung rectangle. At yung parallelogram na all sides are congruent ay rhombus. And then, combine that, 90 degrees ang angle plus all sides congruent, you get the square. Okay. By the way, yung rhombus nanggaling din siya sa kite kung saan ang definition niya is like congruent ay adjacent sides are congruent. Anyway, if you memorize this hierarchy, pataas or pababa lang yan. Kapag pataas, ibig sabihin, tama siya, no? Pag pataas. Kapag pababa, hindi all the time. So, kung question ko, is a parallelogram a rectangle? Not all the time. Pero kung ang question is a rectangle a parallelogram, then that is indeed true. So, tama na yung sa first one. Okay siya. Next, a square is a rhombus. Paakyat or pababa? Paakyat din. So, tama rin siya. A square is a rectangle. Paakyat din. Oh, square, rectangle. So, check. And yung isa. A parallelogram is a rhombus. Paakyat pa ba to or pababa? Pababa na. No? That means, hindi na to true all the time. So, ibig sabihin, ang sagot dyan is 1, 2, and 3 only. Ayan. Nakita ko yung mga answers nyo sa chat. No? Nakakatawa naman dahil nasasagot nyo yung questions. Okay. That's letter C. Next. Which of the following is true about right triangle ABC? Una, the hypotenuse is the longest side. Second, the sum of the degree measures of its internal angles is 180 degrees. Third, the sum of the squares of the lengths of its legs is equal to the square of the length of its hypotenuse. On number 1, syempre, for sure, alam natin yan, definition, hypotenuse is the longest side of the right triangle. Ito yun. Hypotenuse. So, tama yan. Number 2, the sum of the degree measures of its internal angles is 180 degrees. Tama rin yan. No? Sa lahat ng triangles, nag-a-apply to. Ang sum ng measurements is going to be 180 degrees. 180. Check. And lastly, the sum of the squares of the lengths of its legs is equal to the square of the length of its hypotenuse. Ano ba to? So, for instance, in-square mo daw, ito, let's label this side C. Ito, side A, side B. Kapag in-square mo daw yung, kapag in-add mo yung squares ng mga legs niya, yung legs natin is yung dalawang sides na hindi hypotenuse, A and B, A squared plus B squared is equal to the square of the hypotenuse, or C squared. And syempre, we know what this is. Ano nga ang tawag dito? Chat? Let me see kung ano ang tawag sa formula na to, or theorem. Ayan, very good. It's the Pythagorean theorem. So, sabihin, tama to. Kasi ang Pythagorean theorem, it applies to the right triangles. So, tama to. So, tama lahat. 1, 2, and 3. So, the answer here is letter D. Okay, next. Number 23. If x is 13, y is 17, and z are sides of a triangle, which of the following numbers is a possible value of z? Nalagay ko agad to. Ayan. 35, 33, 31, 29. Dito, ang sabi kasi, meron tayong triangle na ang dalawang sides niya 13 at saka 17. We don't know the length of the third side. Pero tinatanong, ano kayang possible na length ng third side? We have what we call the triangle inequality theorem. Ang sabi dyan, the sum of the lengths of any two sides of a triangle is greater than the length of the third side. So mula doon, kapag inad mo yung dalawang sides, 13 plus 17 is equal to 30, dapat yung third side hindi lalampas sa 30. And meron din tayo dito, if you will subtract yung mas maliit sa mas malaki, so 17 minus 13, you get 4, dapat yung third side hindi bababa doon sa 4. So, the value of z is between 4 and 30. O, ganyan yung rule, no? If you have given two sides, add mo sila, yun yung maximum. Or, kumbaga, hindi maximum lampas pa dun. Subtract mo, 17 minus 13, yun yung below the minimum. So, dapat nasa loob lang siya. O, you just check. Alin dito sa 4, yung pasok dito. Ayan. So, I am seeing your responses. Very good. No, the answer is letter D, 29. Yung pwede sa na measurement ni Z. Okay. Next tayo. Trigo. So, ayan. Yung mga sine, cosine, tangent. Ano nga ulit yung mnemonics dyan o yung minimemorize natin when we talk about trigo? Ayan, galing, no? So, tawag dyan ay SOHCAHTOA. SOHCAHTOA, where sine stands for opposite over hypotenuse. Tapos, cosine. Ay, wait lang. Naligaw ang slides. Ayan. Sine. Cosine is adjacent over hypotenuse, and then tangent is opposite over adjacent. Okay. Yan tanda natin. Now, to answer the question, which of the following is equal to sine of A? So, sine of A, ito si angle A, no? Ano yung sine niya? From the SOHCAHTOA, we know that sine is, or sine of theta is equal to opposite over hypotenuse. So, in this case, that's equal to 3 over hypotenuse of the triangle is 5. So, 3/5. Yan ang kailangan i-check natin sa bawat isa dito. So, let's check si cosine of B. Cosine of B, ito si angle B. From the perspective of angle B, ano yung kailangan natin? The adjacent, no? Adjacent over hypotenuse. Yung ka ng SOHCAHTOA. So, that means adjacent is 3, hypotenuse is still 5. So, tama si cosine B. Let's try cosine D. Ito naman. Adjacent is 6. Tapos, hypotenuse is 10. So, that's equal to 3/5 then. Tama pa rin. Okay, number 3. Cosine of E. Cosine of E, adjacent ni E ay, yung katabi niyang side is 8 over hypotenuse, which is 10. So, that's equal to 4 over 5. Hindi siya. So, tama ang answer niyo sa chat. That is 1 and 2 only. Letter C. Same question sa next. Which of the following is correct? Cosine of A equal to cosine of D, cosine of A equal to sine of B, or cosine of D equal to sine of E. Okay. Using what we've learned sa SOHCAHTOA, ano yung cosine of A? Cosine of A, adjacent over hypotenuse. 4 over 5. So, 4 over 5 is equal to cosine of D is, ayan, adjacent over hypotenuse. Okay, so that is 6 over 10. Equal ba? Hindi. No? 4/5, 6/10, or simply 3/5. Hindi sila equal, no? Not equal. Kasi 3/5 to, 4/5 yon. So, X yan. Next, cosine of A and sine B. So, same lang yung cosine of A, 4/5. Sine of B, opposite over hypotenuse. Or simply, 4 opposite ng B, and then the hypotenuse is 5/5. O, tama siya. 4/5 equal. So, check si number 2. And then, number 3, cosine of D and sine of E. Nakuha natin si cosine of D kanina na 3/5. So, let's compare with sine of E. Opposite ni E is 6. Hypotenuse is 10. So, that means 6/10 or 3/5. Equal nga siya. So, tama si 3. That's why the answer here is 2 and 3. Okay, next. Angle of depression to the bottom end is 20 degrees. Assuming the zip line is a straight line, which of the following expressions show how to compute the height of the top end of the zip line? So here's the given information. Ang angle of depression is 20 degrees. So kung dito ka sa top end, siyempre pag zip line, pababa, no? Nakatingin ka sa mas mababang elevation or mas mababang elevation. Parang oo. Kasi gravity yung magdadala sa'yo sa zipline. So, ang case dyan, andito ka galing. Tapos you go down here. The angle of depression of the bottom end, no, itong lugar na to, pag nakatingin ka, galing sa horizon mo, pababa, is 20 degrees. Ang question daw, how do you compute the top end of the zip line or the height of the top end? Meaning, ito. So, yung kailangan mo dyan is malaman na yung measurement nito is 20 degrees as well. O, yun, no? Kapag, kunwari, nandito ka, angle of depression mo papunta sa baba is the same as the angle of elevation kung may tao dun sa baba na nakatingin sa'yo. Equal lang yun. Mag-i-equal siya. So that means 20 degrees. Ito. Ano ang hinahanap? Yung height of the top end. So from the perspective of this angle na 20 degrees, this is the opposite side. Ano pang information na kailangan natin dito? Okay, may progress na tayo. We're getting closer to the answer. Ano pang kailangan na information? The length of the zip line. How long is it? It is 200 meters. So, 200 meters itong zip line. Yan yung hypotenuse natin sa triangle natin. So, kinukuha si opposite given si hypotenuse. Alin sa SOHCAHTOA ang merong hypotenuse and opposite at the same time? Aling function? Sige nga. Paki-chat naman, anong trigo function ang merong hypotenuse at opposite? Very good. Ayan. It's sine. No? So, SOHCAHTOA or sine. Sine of 20 degrees, yung angle natin, no, is equal to opposite, yung hinahanap, over the hypotenuse which is given 200. So, para makuha si opposite, or ito, we simply multiply 200 sa sine of 20 degrees. Kaya ang sagot natin ay letter A. Okay, next item. Okay, if sine beta, we have an angle here, beta. That's how we read it. It's a Greek letter. Is equal to negative 3/5 and tangent of beta is greater than 0. What is the exact value of cosine squared beta minus sine squared beta? That's a question. So that means we draw a triangle and then ano ba? Negative 3/5 daw ang sine ni beta. So we can express that kasi sine is equal to the opposite over hypotenuse. Pwede natin isulat na si opposite ay negative 3 at si hypotenuse is 5. Okay. Basta tandaan nyo, yung hypotenuse lagi siyang 5. Kasi this item involves quadrats. Pero I'll make this simple for all of us. Basta gawin nyo lang na hypotenuse is positive lagi. Kaya yung mag-a-adjust is yung negative 3. Siya yung magiging negative. So this is 5. Ito si beta. Opposite is negative 3. And then, we are looking for cosine squared beta minus sine squared beta. Makukuha mo lang si cosine squared beta kapag nakuha mo yung cosine beta. At makukuha mo si cosine beta kapag alam mo si adjacent. Pero di pa natin siya alam, so we will compute for that using Pythagorean theorem. So 5 squared is equal to negative 3 squared plus adjacent squared. So 25 is equal to 9 plus adjacent squared. So adjacent squared here is equal to 25 minus 9 or simply 16. Kaya yung adjacent side natin is 4. Pero take note, ang sabi dyan, tangent ni beta is greater than 0. Kapag greater than 0 or positive, no? Kapag tangent is positive, that means same sign. Ang opposite and adjacent sides. Yung dalawang legs natin dito, dapat same sign. Kapag tangent is negative, ibang sign yon. Different signs. Kung sakali negative to, magiging positive yon. Or kung sakali positive tong opposite, magiging negative itong si adjacent side. So in this case, dahil same sign, dahil greater than 0, so we will use yung square root ni negative square root ni 16. Kasi ang square root kasi, nagkaklase ako. The square root of this number ay dalawa actually. Meron tayong positive 16, no? Or, positive 4 rather, positive 4 or negative 4. Meron tayong positive and negative na square roots. So in this case, we will use the negative square root kasi yun yung kailangan. Kailangan pareho silang negative. So that means negative 4 ito. And we can now continue to evaluate cosine squared beta minus sine squared beta. To simplify, baka may nako-confuse sa inyo, bakit naka-square yung cosine? Ganyan lang yung notation niya. Pero we will simply square yung cosine beta to get cosine squared beta. And this one, same procedure, sine of beta squared. So, kunin natin si cosine beta. Cosine beta, adjacent over hypotenuse. So negative 4 over 5 squared minus, sine beta, given na yan, negative 3/5 squared. So you get 16 over 25, negative times negative is positive, so it cancels out, minus 9 over 25. So 16 minus 9 is equal to 7 over 25. And yun nga ang ating sagot sa example na to, o sa item na to. Ayan. Para ma-review nyo yung solutions natin. Just for a few moments. Okay. I think that's all for the second portion of our review. Natapos na tayo sa functions and algebra at saka geometry and trigo. Okay, so if you have any questions, again, you may send sa chat para masagutan natin kaagad. Don't hesitate to ask questions. Okay, next natin yan is about sequences, no? And series. Okay, mag-rest tayo ng mga 1 minute lang, para lang medyo mag-sink in. Okay, so since I think wala pang mga questions sa chat, let us proceed further. Kaya pa ba? Mga future DOS scholars, kaya pa? Laban? Yan, para sa scholarship. No? Ang saya ng feeling pag every month mayroong ma-check mo sa account mo, meron ng darating na pera, ayun, no? Worth it yung mga effort sa pagre-review, sa pagpe-prepare. Kasi ayun nga, syempre, talagang makakatulong sa pag-aaral nyo pag naging isang DOS scholar kayo. So, dahil dyan, tuloy ang laban. Let's proceed to the next section, sequences and series. Item number 6 sa 𝑔𝘦𝘤𝘮𝑑𝑠. Diane is making a triangular wall with building blocks. The top row has 1 block, the second row has 3, and the third has 5, and so on. How many rows can she make with a set of 225 blocks? So, let's analyze. So, yung unang row daw, meron siyang isang block. Tapos, the second row has 3. Tapos, the third has 5. So, kung dadagdagan natin yan ng fourth layer, ilan kaya yung magiging blocks natin? How many? 1, 3, 5, 7. No? Very good. So, 7 blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. Now, ano yung question? How many rows can she make with a set of 225 blocks? 225 blocks in a sense na lahat, no? If we're going to interpret that, that means sa isang row, you get 1 block total. Sa dalawang rows, you get 1 plus 3, you get 4. And then sa next, 1 plus 3 plus 5, you get 9. And then, next, you get 16. O yan yung ilan na mga total blocks every row that you build. Okay. So, kailan daw pang ilang row magiging 225? Ito. Ano kayang pattern na meron? So, if you can see, ano ba yung mga to? Anong klaseng number sila? Mga perfect squares. Very good, no? It's perfect squares. Si 1 ay 1 squared, si 4 ay 2 squared, si 9 ay 3 squared, and so on. So the question, anong row si 225? So 225 is equal to what number squared? So if you find the square root of that number, no, n squared, square root of that, so n is equal to 15. So tama, sagot nyo na letter D ang answer natin dyan. Okay? Pero we will show a more in-depth solution para ma-answer natin kahit na hindi ganyan kadali yung given. Kasi ito, diretso lang, no? 1 squared, 2 squared, 3 squared, 15 squared. Kaya ang sagot is 15. Let's see. Ito kasing 225, again, yan yung total. Or in other words, this is the sum of all the number of blocks for all rows. Meron tayong, in this case, a order of numbers na mayroong pattern. We call this a sequence. No? Sequence yan. Si 1 for the first row, 3 yung second row, 1, 3, 5 yung third row, 7, 9, 11. No? That's how we're going to predict the next number of blocks per row. Ang question, how are we going to measure or to find the number of total blocks for a given number of rows? So we have this formula na S of n, no, sum of n rows or n numbers, n terms in a sequence is equal to n over 2 times 2a sub 1 plus n minus 1 times d. So I hope that you have encountered this somehow in your sequences and series na topics sa mathematics. We also have the formula S of n is equal to n over 2 a sub 1 plus a sub n. We also have this formula. So you can look it up, no? Pero by the way, this is the formula. Tandaan nyo na lang, kabisaduhin nyo, you will use this when you work with sequences and series. So ang given natin kanina, 1, 3, 5, 7, and so on. So the first term in our sequence is 1. And that is going to be our a sub 1. Kasi ito ay a sub 1, a sub 2, a sub 3, a sub 4, etc. So a sub 1 is equal to 1. Let's substitute si a sub 1 sa equation or formula. 2 times 1 plus n minus 1. Actually, we are looking for the number of rows. So that is the number of terms. No, kasi bawat isa dito, isang row yan. Row 1, row 2, row 3, row 4. So that means, kung kukunin mo mula row 1 hanggang row 4, you have 4 terms sa sequence. 1, 3, 5, 7. That means n is equal to 4. Pero ang idea here, we are looking for how many rows. So what's the value of n rather that will make this equation true? We also have the total. Ang total sabi, 225 blocks. So that means 225 ang nandito sa left side. Okay. And then, ano yung D? Yung D is the difference between the two consecutive terms. So, this one, ano ba yung difference? 3 minus 1 is equal to 2. 5 minus 3 is equal to 2. So, we have a common difference which is equal to 2. So, D is equal to 2. Now, we're going to solve the value of n that will satisfy this equation. So, simplify further. That's equal to n over 2. 2 plus, distribute natin si 2 dito. So, magiging 2n minus 2. Pwede mo nang i-cancel out. 2 minus 2. Tanggal na yan. That's equal to 225 is equal to n over 2 times 2n. So, nag-multiply ka ng 2 at nag-divide ka ng 2 at the same time, pwede mo rin i-cancel out yan. Kaya may iwan is n squared. 225 is equal to n squared. Using the same process, pwede mong kunin yung square root niya at makukuha mo na n is equal to 15 nga. This one, it will work no matter what kind of given na ibigay sa inyo ni DOST kapag nag-tick na kayo na exam. Let's try to use this same formula sa next item, which is very similar. Oh, si Dayan pa rin. Siya pa rin ang gumagawa ng mga blocks, pero iba na yung given, saka iba na yung kulay. Okay. Triangular wall, top row, 3 blocks. Second row has 5. Third has 7, and so on. Nag-iba na yung sequence. Diyan natin mas magagamit yung formula. So, let's take note of that. 3, 5, 7. Ano kaya next? 3, 5, 7, 9. Very good. Tapos 11, and so on. So this one, we will use the formula S sub n is equal to n over 2. Okay. Same procedure. Ang total natin is 120 blocks. So, 120. N over 2 multiplied by 2. First term, instead of 1, 3 na ang first term natin. So, 2 times 3 plus n minus 1. We are looking for n. And then D, the common difference, 5 minus 3 is 2. 7 minus 5 is 2. 9 minus 7, 11 minus 9 is 2. So, 2 ang common difference. We simplify. 120 is equal to n over 2, 6 plus 2n minus 2, which is equal to n over 2, 6 minus 2 is 4 plus 2n. So, 4 plus 2n siya. And then, ano next? Multiply, magiging 4n plus 2n squared over 2 is equal to 120. And pwede mo i-cancel out kasi 4 is divisible by 2, 2 is divisible by 2. So, i-divide mo sa 2 sa dalawang terms. So, magiging 2n na lang plus n squared. So, 120 is equal to 2n plus n squared. Tanggal na si 2. Na-cancel out na sila. And we can simplify this further as a quadratic equation, n squared plus 2n. Ilagay si 120, katabi nila, 120 is equal to 0. Bakit? Kasi we're going to factor. Find the value of n that will satisfy this equation. So, this, if you factor this one, you get, ano ba yung factor ni negative 120 na may sum na 2? Kasi ganyan ang factoring, no? What are the factors of 120, negative 120, that has a sum of positive 2? That is, yes, it's negative 10 and positive 12. So negative 10 plus 12 is 2. So yun siya. Negative 10 and positive 12. Equate sa 0 kasi naka-equal to 0 yan. That means dalawa ang cases. N minus 10 is equal to 0 or n plus 12 is equal to 0. Now, we will find the answer kung saan ang sagot ay positive kasi hindi naman pwedeng negative. Wala naman negative number of blocks or rows sa example natin or sa problem natin here. So, here, n minus 10 is 0, edi n is equal to 10. N plus 12 is equal to 0, edi n is equal to negative 12. So, tanggal to. Hindi siya pwede. Kasi negative siya. Ang sagot natin dyan is, tama, no? I've seen your responses. It's 10. N is equal to 10. So, the answer here is letter A. Okay. So, let's have a short review of sequences. Ano nga kasi yung mga iba't ibang klase ng sequences? Una, meron tayong arithmetic. So, pag arithmetic ang pinag-uusapan, meron tayong common difference. So, you add a number, a common number, sa bawat term to get the next sa sequence. We also have the geometric sequence. Ang geometric sequence naman, meron tayong common ratio. You multiply a number consistently sa bawat term to get the succeeding terms of the sequence. That is geometric. Nagmo-multiply ka. Sa arithmetic, nag-add ka. We also have other sequences like harmonic. Ang harmonic is something like 1/2, 1/3, 1/4. Ito naman ay reciprocal of arithmetic. Kasi yung 2, 3, 4, arithmetic siya. Pag kinuha mo yung mga reciprocals nila, you get a harmonic sequence. So harmonic kasi ginagamit yan sa music. No? Share ko lang. Kaya siya tinatawag na harmonic. Anyway, we also have the Fibonacci. Fibonacci sequence, we start with 0 and then 1. Tapos, yung next na terms, i-add mo yung last two terms. So, yung next niyan is 1 plus 0. Tapos, yung next niyan is 1 plus 1. Tapos, yung next niyan is 2 plus 1. Tapos, yung next is 3 plus 2, 5, 5 plus 3, 8, 13, 21, and so on. So, yun yung mga iba't ibang sequences natin that we have learned in high school. So, let's answer the next question. Sequence of first 9 prime numbers. Alin sa mga choices ang may arithmetic sequence? Okay, so let's see kung tama ang answer nyo. Letter A, 5 minus 3 is 2. 7 minus 5 is 2. 11 minus 7 is 4. So, hindi magkapareho, no? Dapat pare-pareho yung difference kung arithmetic sequence. So, mali na yan. Next, 3, 7, 11, 17. This is 4. This is 4. Tumalon siya. Naging 6. O, mali na rin. Kapag wala yung C, then no, it is not possible. Pero syempre, try natin yung C. 11 minus 5 is 6. 17 minus 11 is 6. 23 minus 17 is 6. So, tama nga siya. The answer is letter C. Ayan. Yan yung sabi ko kanina. Kapag arithmetic, common difference. Pag geometric, common ratio. Next. 6 numbers. 6, 12, 18, 24, 30, 36. Anong hinahanap? Geometric sequence. That means may common ratio. Hindi common difference. So instead of subtracting, you will divide, no, yung second term sa first term, third term sa second term, and so on. Okay, your answer is letter A. Let's see. 12 divided by 6 is 2. 24 divided by 12 is 2. O, tama nga siya. Yun na yun. Okay na yan. Pero let's see kung yung iba ay may tamang sagot rin or baka mali nga yung sagot nila o yung wala siyang common ratio. 18 divided by 6 is 3. 30 divided by 18 is 15. Butal siya, no? 15 over 9. So, obviously, wala na yan. Ito, 24 saka 12, 2. 36 saka 24, 4 over 3. Ay. Wait, no. Di pala siya. Anong lowest terms ito? 36 divided by 24. 3 over 2. Yeah, it's 3 over 2. Kasi 12, 24, 36. So, pangatlong multiple si 36, pangalawa si 24. So, 3 over 2. Next. Ito, 30 over 24. O, butal na rin. 30. 15 over 12 or 5 over 4. Tapos 36 divided by 30 is 6 over 5. Yeah. Hindi siya pwede. Wala na yung BCD. Sure na yon. Letter A na yung sagot. Okay. So, it's letter A. Next. Ito. Have you heard about the word triangular numbers or anong klaseng? Alam niyo na ba yung triangular numbers? Have you encountered it before? So, if it is not, ito yung triangular numbers. Yung mga numbers na makakabuo ng triangle kapag inarrange mo sila in this way. Ayan. Parang sa billiards, no? Yung arrangement na makakabuo ka ng triangle. So, 1, tapos 1 plus 2, no? Tapos 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So, idea dyan, you get the triangular numbers by doing this. 1, and then 1 plus 2, 1 plus 2 plus 3, 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4, and so on. Okay. Ito kasi hindi siya application, so we will just check if magiging tama nga siya. No? Kasi parang understanding type of question to. So, 55 is a triangular number daw. Let's see kung makukuha si 55 if you're going to add 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5 and so on. So, 1 plus, buuin natin yung sequence. 1 plus 2, 3, plus 3, 6, plus 4, 10, plus 5, 15, plus 6, 21, plus 7, 28, plus 8, 36, plus 9, 45, plus 10, 55. Oh, okay na yan, no? Plus 11, magiging 66, and so on. So, tama to. Triangular number nga si 55. Let's check C2. The nth triangular number is given by n times n plus 1 over 2. Let's see. Kasi kapag daw nth term ang magiging value is this formula. So if the value of n is 1, 1 times 1 plus 1 over 2 is equal to 1 times 2 over 2, or simply 2 over 2, that's equal to 1. Pag 2 times 2 plus 1 over 2, the answer is 2 plus 1, 3 times 2, 6 divided by 2 is equal to 3. Okay nga. Let's try ng 4. Sige. Just to practice natin kung makikita talaga siya. 3 times 3 plus 1 over 2, that's 3 times 4, 12 divided by 2, that's equal to 6. And last, 4 times 4 plus 1 over 2 is equal to 20 over 2, or simply 10. Tama. Tama yung 4. And even if you try the others, you will get the same answer. You will get the correct answer. Tama yung statement number 2. Okay, lastly, the sum of two consecutive triangular numbers is a perfect square. You can easily check that. 1 plus 3 is 4. 6 plus 3 is 9. 6 plus 10 is 16. 10 plus 15 is 25. 15 plus 21 is equal to 36. 21 plus 28 is 49, and so on. Tama rin to. So in short, tama lahat ng mga statements natin. So it is 1, 2, and 3. Okay. On to our last item for this section of our review. Let's answer this. Sige, analyze nyo muna before we can answer this item. Ito yung given. Huwag kayong ma-intimidate sa mga variables, mga letters na yan. No? Basta ang sabi dyan, if R is equal to S, anong gagawin dyan? R is equal to S, edi, palitan mo ng R si S. Kasi if R is equal to S, you can replace R with S, or you can replace S with R. Okay. That means, this one, AB, ABRR, or simply ABR squared, tapos AB R squared, or simply AB R raised to 4, tapos AB R cubed to. So based on the law of exponents, you multiply, kunwari R cubed times R cubed, you add the exponents. So R raised to 6. So AB R raised to 6 to. So let's see if it is geometric. Pag geometric, we have a common ratio. Meaning, kung anong minultiply mo sa second para makuha yung second, that is also what you multiply to get the third, and so on. So here, para makuha si second term, we multiply R squared. Para makuha yung third term, para maging R raised to 4 si R squared, that is R squared pa rin. Para makuha si AB R raised to 6, R4, R raised to 4 times R squared. So, tama nga. Tama na ang sagot is letter A. Pero sige, let's try to check one of the other items here. Let's see, si letter B. Ano ba yung mangyayari kapag si letter B? A over B, AR over B. So, si S papalitan ng R. AR squared over BR squared. AR cubed over BR cubed. And so on. What do we get here? Cancelled out, cancelled out, cancelled out. So you get A over B, A over B, A over B, etc. Pero we have kasi this property, kapag geometric sequence, no? Dapat yung common, tandaan natin to, no? Common ratio is not equal to 1. No? Kapag geometric sequence, hindi pwedeng 1 ang common ratio. Hindi yung sequence, parang inulit mo lang yung number. No? So, kapag geometric sequence, either you multiply a fraction times 1/2 times 1/3, kagaya kanina, hindi kanina, whole number naman yon. Pwede rin yun, whole number. Pwede rin negative number, pero wag lang maging equal exactly kay 1. Kaya hindi pwede yung sagot na letter B. And if you're going to try sa letter C, this is, if I'm not mistaken, arithmetic sequence. So wala, yung C at saka D. Ang sagot is letter A. So yun lang, you just check the pattern. No, you don't need to substitute anything here. Just replace S with R in this case para makita na mas maigi kung ano ba talaga ang sagot. So, the answer, again, it's letter A. Sige. Since we have finished 3 sections of our review for today, let's have pwede po bang maka-request ng 10-minute break sa mga facilitators? Sir Emerson?
Yes po, sure po. Sure po, sir.
Okay, thank you. So, maybe we'll be back by 3:45. Okay. Kain muna kayo ng merienda para if you have food in your system, no, mas may energy tayo para mag-aral. Okay? So, we'll be back by 3:45. Okay, we're back. So, let me hear nga if you're also back sa Zoom session natin. Or if you're back on your seats na to continue. Okay. Paki-type nga sa chat na DOST Scholar this 2024 hashtag. Pakisundan nga, ayan. Para makita ko if bumalik na ba sa Zoom call ang mga kasama nating reviewees and aspiring DOST scholars this 2024. Ayan, i-claim nyo na. No? So, walang masama sa pag-claim kasi that is also what I've been thinking about nung ako'y nag-review pa for the DOST exam. No? So, hindi ko naman in-expect pero there is that manifestation, no? Na magiging DOST scholar ko this 2024, no? I-manifest nyo na. Kumbaga, ilagay nyo sa mga, if you have something like a notebook, no? Ilagay nyo na, ipaskill nyo sa mga dingding nyo kung naglalagay ka ng mga reviewers sa wall, no? Kung talagang pinagsisikapan nyo ang pagre-review, no? Give it your best shot kasi for sure, no, darating sa inyo ang blessings in due time. Okay, so I'm seeing the chats, no? Nakakatawa naman na ang mga students dito ay ready nang matuto pa ng mas maraming concept sa mathematics. So, without further ado, let's continue with answering the succeeding items. So, next na section or portion ng review natin is about sets and logic. Okay. Item number 18 from our Sciencyabilidad reviewer. So, sabi dito, meron tayong dalawang sets. Set A, Diego, Jepoy, Jasmine, Ivy, Emilia. Set B, Arnaldo, Emilia, Raul, Diego, Maha. If sets A and B represent the friends of Arlene and Bayani, so itong set A daw, friends of Arlene. While this one, friends of Bayani. So mga kaibigan nila, mga names ng mga friends nila to, friendships. mga beshies, no? BFF, ang tawag dyan, mga tropa. Okay, which of the following notations represent the common friends of Arlene and Bayani? So, yung common friends, pareho kay Arlene at kay Bayani. Friend ni Arlene and friend din ni Bayani. So, ito na papasok yung mga iba't ibang symbols, notations about sets. Oh, hindi pa ako naka-share screen. Sige, let me... natanggal yung pagka-share screen. Ayan, sige. Sorry for that. Ayan, okay na. So, balikan natin yung question. Given set A, si Diego, Jepoy, Jasmine, Ivy, and Emilia, yung mga friends ni Arlene. And then, Arnaldo, Emilia, Raul, Diego, Maha, friends ni Bayani. If sets A and B, yun yung mga yon, which of the following notations represent the common friends of Arlene and Bayani? So we are going to introduce ourselves to the idea of set operations. So, una, the union, or denoted by A union B, parang U ang symbol. That means we combine, no? We are combining the combined elements of set A and B. Yan ang union. Next, we have the intersection. Intersection naman is denoted by A intersection B, which is referring to the common elements of A and B. So in this case, combined elements, pagsasamahin mo. If you're going to interpret that, A union B, that is like pinagsama na friends ni Arlene at ni Bayani. That's union. Pero dito, ang hinahanap is yung common. Ayun na, common. So, kung sino yung friend ni Arlene at friend din ni Bayani. Parang mga mutes, no? Tama doon sa mutual friends sa Facebook. So, yun yung common elements in this case. So, sino ba yung mga yon? Si Diego, yes. Friend ni Arlene at ni Bayani. Sino pa? Si Emilia. How about the others? Hindi na, no? So, si Diego at saka si Emilia yung friends nila both. Pero the rest, friend lang siya ni Arlene. Yung the rest naman, friend din na ni Bayani. Pero hindi sila the same, no? Either friend ni Arlene or friend ni Bayani, pero hindi nila both na friends. In short, common, that means we are looking for the intersection. So the answer here is letter B. Balikan natin yung kanina. Meron tayong union, meron tayong intersection, and then we also have, ano ba to? Ba't may guhit? Ba't may minus? A minus B. That is set difference. Set difference denoted by A minus B, or pwede rin B minus A, pero magkaiba yan. Take note. Ang A minus B, remove elements of B from elements of A. So, yun. You remove the elements of B from the elements of A. How do we interpret it sa given na situation here? So, tatanggalin mo yung mga friends ni Bayani, no, sa mga friends ni Arlene. Ganun siya. A minus B. Pero sa B minus A, you do the opposite. Remove elements of A from elements of B. So, galing naman sa mga friends ni Bayani, aalisin mo yung mga friends ni Arlene doon. Ganun siya. So, yun yung set difference. The order matters. Parang subtraction lang, no? Hindi naman magkapareho yung 2 minus 3 sa 3 minus 2. So, let's answer the succeeding question. Kasi related siya. If sets A and B represent the friends, what does A union B represent? Alam natin yan. Kasi nasabi na kanina, A union B ay, or union refers to the combination of the elements. So, the answer is indeed letter B. No? Letter B ang sagot. Pero let's see, paano yung mga, how do we interpret the other options here? The common friends, nasabi na kanina, that is A intersection B. Etong letter C, the friends of Arlene who are not friends of Bayani. Ano kaya to? Friends ni Arlene na hindi friends ni Bayani. How do you write this? Ito A intersection B, ito A union B. What about letter C and letter D? Type nyo nga sa chat. Ayan. No? Tama. The answer is A minus B. No? Tinanggal mo yung set B sa set A. So, yung maiiwan, yung friends lang ni Arlene, exclusive lang. No? Tanggal yung mga mutes nila dito. Next, Bayani, friends of Bayani who are not friends of Arlene, syempre, that will be B minus A. Yung kabaliktaran niya. So, ganun yung set difference. Kasi dun sa, like, before, union, intersection, ito yung common, saka yung complement. Pero set difference may be new for some of you. So, that's what set difference is. Okay, so nakasagot tayo ng dalawang items in just one discussion of the concept. Next, let's apply set operations further sa mga susunod na items na to. Number 19, a survey was conducted on 30 people on their TV viewing preference and is presented in a Venn diagram. Ayan, Venn diagram. If I recall, grade 7 days, no, ginagawa na yung mga ganitong Venn diagram ng sets shown above. Which of the following narrative best describes the Venn diagram? Okay. Para mas madaling sagutan, tanggalin yung mga hindi plausible na items. Ilan ba yung circles natin sa Venn diagram? How many circles do we have here? We have 2. Dalawa ang circles. So, dalawa lang yung sets na pinag-uusapan dito. We are only concerning 2 sets. So, check mo yung option A. Kapamilya, kapuso, kapatid. Magkaibang group yan. Magkaibang instance yan kasi 3 sila. Kapamilya, kapuso, kapatid. No? So, channel 2, channel 7, channel 5. Tanggal na si letter A. At si letter B. Kasi tig-3 sila. Dalawang sets lang yan. Kapamilya at kapuso lang yung pinag-uusapan dyan. So, kapamilya, kapuso, sa letter C or letter D. Yan na lang yung options natin. Nabawasan, 50-50, no? Yung tawag nila. Para mas madaling sumagot ng multiple choice. Ano ang tamang sagot? Okay. Bakit letter D? Sabi dito, 10 lang yan, bakit letter D? Kasi, pagsasamahin. Kasi yung tinutukoy dito, 20R kapamilya, lahat ng nasa circle na yun. Yung buong circle. Ilan nasa circle? Merong 10 sa labas, merong 10 sa loob. Pero yung circle na tinutukoy dito, total ay 20. So dito sa kabila, 10 sa loob yung common nila, tapos 8 sa labas, pero yung circle na pinag-uusapan, ang total is 18. So yun na yun. 20, 18, meaning may mga iilan na kapamilya nakapuso rin. Yun yung 10. Yun yung intersection. Both kapamilya and kapuso. If we're going to interpret that. Tapos yung dalawa, ayun. They are neither kapamilya or kapuso. Baka nanonood na lang ng K-drama sa phone. Syempre, Netflix na yung uso. Hindi na nahilig manood ng TV. O, ganun. O kaya, Viu, Loklok, ano ba yung mga apps na gamit nyo para manood ng ng mga iba't ibang palabas sa computer, cellphone, tablet, yun na yung gamit ngayon, no? Yung mga iba, di na uso yung nakikipanood ng TV sa kapitbahay kasi kaya na sa cellphone. No? Kaya YouTube, yung iba. Depende sa preference nyo. Anyway, that's how we're going to answer this item. Answer is letter D. Tama ang sagot nyo. Next. Okay. Use set notation to describe the shaded region. Okay. Again, let's interpret the symbols here. Ito, intersection. Ito, union. Tapos, itong C sa taas, that is the complement. Complement. Anong ibig sabihin ng complement? Kapag nakita mo si crush, compliment. Ang ganda mo today. Di ba? Char lang. Ang complement dito is letter E. That means, if you have a set A, tapos, kinuha mo yung complement niya, kasi yung set A, yan. Itong nasa loob ng circle. Pero kapag complement ni set A, lahat ng hindi kasama sa set A. Or, in other words, yung mga nasa labas niya. So, lahat ng outside, yun yung complement ni set A. Outside the circle of A. Okay, that's complement. So, based on this, how are we going to describe the shaded region? Letter A, letter B, letter C, letter D. By the way, if you're going to interpret C union, hindi ko pala na elaborate. Kunwari A, union B, ito si A, ito si B, kasi combined, so shaded, both si A and B. Combined pinagsama mo. So kasama lahat. Welcome ang lahat sa family. Ganun, pag union. Kapag intersection, A intersection B, ang meron dyan is yung common lang sa kanila. Meaning yung overlap lang nila ang shaded. So based on all of this information, we can answer this question. Ano kaya? How are we going to describe this shaded region? Yan. So ito yung A complement, A union B, A intersection B. So guide nyo. Kasi de-delete ko na para we can try each of these options kung ano ba talaga ang sagot. Sige. 1, 2, 3. A intersection B union C. Parang PEMDAS lang yan, uunahin mo yung nasa parenthesis. So, if you have this circles A, B, and C, so B union C refers to ito. Yan si B union C. Kapag kinuha ko yung complement niya, magbabaliktad. Lahat ng hindi nakashade dito, yun yung complement. So, extend natin. That means, ayan. Ang nakashade nun is this one. Kita nyo? No? So, yung naiwan na hindi nakashade, yung nakashade kanina. Yan yung B union C complement. O ano yung next? A intersection. So, ito. Asan ba si set A? Set A is right here. So, alin ang kasama sa B sa naka-shaded area at the same time member ni set A? At the same time, no? Kailangan same conditions. Nasa shaded area na member ni A. Yun yung question. Shaded area dito na member ni set A. Eh di, ayun na siya. Wait lang. Color red. Tatanggalin natin yung mga hindi kasama. Ang may iwan ay yung dito lang. And actually, yan na yung answer sa question natin. It's letter A. Pero just to deepen your understanding, let's try or interpret paano yung mga iba dito. No? Paano i-interpret yung mga ibang options. Kunwari yung B intersection C complement. So, kunin mo muna yung B intersection C. Kung itong pangalawang circle, this is B, tapos C, that means B intersection C, yung common lang sa kanila. And then yung complement nun, yung wala dito. So, means may iwan na hindi nakashade yung portion na yun na nakashade kanina. So, ayan, may iwan ito na hindi nakashade. O, ganun siya. Tapos, A union, isama mo yung mga laman ni circle na A. Okay, wait lang. Nalobat yung tablet ko. Teka lang ha. 1 minute. Okay. Ayan, sige. We're back. Let's continue to answer. Ay, wait lang. May pindot ako. Okay. B intersection C, complement. Ayan. Tapos, i-combine mo yung elements ni set A. Bale, you're gonna shade this as well. No? Kasama yung portion na nandito sa ilalim kasi kay set A din yon. So, may iiwan na hindi nakashade instead is this one. Ayan. So, medyo tedious siyang aralin at first, pero if you understand it, no, magigets nyo rin siya, mag-interpret nyo rin siya after a while na inintindi nyo. By the way, in short, the answer here is letter A. Matagal kasi mag-shade ng mga portions, paano mo malaman which is which. Pero the trick here is to just try each option. Tapos, kung alin yung magmamatch dito, yun yung magiging sagot. Okay. Example, itong number 25 na medyo matagal din sagutin. No? Kapag naka-encounter kayo, tip lang din sa mga takers ng DOST exam, if you encounter a question sa math, especially na medyo mahirap sagutan or hindi kayo sure kung paano sagutin, no? Skip nyo muna. Don't hesitate to skip answering questions na hindi kayo sure. Kasi kapag nag-dwell kayo too much on that, it could be na yung mga next items, mas madali pala, kayang-kaya nyo sagutan. Kaso, hindi kinaya ng time dahil nag-focus kayo dun sa item na masyadong challenging or time-consuming. So, the trick there is, skip nyo siya. In the end, worst case scenario, if hindi nyo masagutan yun, isang item lang yun. Eh kung naka-answer kayo ng 9 na items na kasunod niya dahil ni-skip nyo siya, so that's a good thing kasi mas mataas ang chance na may papasan nyo ang exam sa sa DOST, no, qualifying exam. So, yun lang yung suggestion ko, no. Huwag kayo masyadong mag-focus sa mga items na feeling nyo tatagalan kayo. O ito, example yan. Which of the following equalities is not true? To answer this quickly, I draw a diagram for each. Ganyan siya. No? Ang i-check natin sa bawat items o sa bawat options is kung pareho ito dito. Kung same sila. If otherwise, yun yung maling sagot. Kasi ang question, which of the equalities is not true? So, ito equal, itong letter D equal, yung letter C yung magiging answer doon. Pero yun nga, it takes time to answer these kinds of questions. So, I suggest na skip nyo muna yung mga items na to. And just go back on these items kapag you have the extra time and you're done with the questions na sure kayong sa sagot. So, the answer here, in short, is this one, letter C. Okay. Move tayo from sets to logic. Sino na sa inyo ang aware or naka-encounter na ng logic? Kasi hindi ko sure kung tinuturo yan nung nung high school Logic as in yung P, then Q. Have you encountered these kinds of expressions in high school? Yan, kasi may logic na mga items dito sa mathematics, portion nung 𝑘𝐰𝐮𝐤𝑚 Yun, logic. So if you're not aware yet, sige, we're going to learn that topic. Don't worry. Eto. Wait lang. Which of the following propositional forms may represent the proposition below? If two sides of a quadrilateral are parallel and congruent, then the quadrilateral is a parallelogram. Hindi to geometry subject even though ang given information is geometry, pero ano siya? Naturo sa GenMath. Ayun, that's good. Here, na tinuro pala sa GenMath subject niya to. Pero sa mga iba na hindi pa na-encounter, sige, we will elaborate each. Yes, conditional statements sila. Itong specifically yung may arrow. Pero combination yan, no? So first, start tayo sa symbol na ganyan. Ano ba to? This means conjunction. Conjunction, or in short, end. Ang ibig sabihin niyan ay end. So, P, end. Tapos, mamaya yung the rest. Next, itong symbol na to, pa-V, this is disjunction, which means or. Pag ganyan, ibig sabihin, or sa logic. Next, Ano pa meron dito sa, ayan, yung arrow. Yung arrow is, implication or conditional. Conditional, that means then. Ibig sabihin, kapag meron kang P, Q, if P, then Q. Kunwari, ang statement mo, if linggo ngayon, Lunes, bukas. If linggo ngayon, Lunes, bukas. So, yung P, linggo, ngayon. Tapos, Q, Lunes, bukas. O, yun yung statement mo, yung kabuuan. Kung linggo ngayon, Lunes, bukas. If P, then Q. So, kung case na hindi linggo ngayon, hindi ka sure kung Lunes pa bukas. Basta yun. Yun yung how logic works. May mga properties pa yan, pero ang mahalaga, kailangan lang natin i-interpret itong buong statement. After that, ano pa ba? Wala, yung negation, hindi na nakalagay, pero sama ko na rin. Negation. That means not. Gawin natin. Kunwari sa statement R. I love him. Yan, statement R. Kapag negation of R, anong ibig sabihin yun? Not. Inenegate mo yung statement na I love him. That means I don't love him. Ayun, negation siya. Ganon ang symbols. Ganyan siya, parang pa L or pwedeng ganyan, tilde. Basta may not sa statement, so sa sentence, that's negation. Okay, let's use this information to interpret this statement. If two sides are parallel and congruent, then. So meron kang then. Meron kang then at meron kang if. No? Kasi itong then kapares nyo, no? If, then. Yung if, yung cause, then yung effect. Kaya siya conditional. O kaya, if yung condition, tapos, then yung magiging state, conclusion mo, based sa condition. So, based on that, if two sides of a quadrilateral are parallel and congruent, so kasama yung and na yun sa condition. Kasi dalawang sides of a quadrilateral are parallel. Yun yung unang condition. And two sides of a quadrilateral are congruent din. Yun yung dalawa. P, ito yung proposition P. Two sides of a quadrilateral are parallel. Two sides of a quadrilateral are congruent. Yun naman yung Q. Hindi lang nilagay yung phrase na yun kasi repetitive na siya. Naulit na lang. Kasi kung sasabihin mo, if two sides of a quadrilateral are parallel and two sides of a quadrilateral are congruent, parang, syempre, masyadong, redundant. Pero, same lang ang thought nun dito sa statement. So, that means we have P and conjunction Q. Tapos, kabuuan lang yun. Nasa if pa lang siya. So, yun yung condition na kailangan masatisfy. So, kabuuan siya. Yung then, ayan, yan. Yan na yung arrow. The quadrilateral is a parallelogram. So, if tama si P, and tama si Q, then, tama si R. Kaya, ang sagot dito is letter D. Basta yung hint dyan is check nyo yung mga keywords. Meron kang if, then. So, tama, implication nga siya. Pero, ang question lang dyan, saan ba kabilang itong two sides of a quadrilateral are parallel and two sides of a quadrilateral are congruent? kapag kasama siya doon sa if na part ng conditional, then nandito siya, nakaloob. Tapos nakalagay and, so technically, mali na tong B. Kasi or yan. Walang or. And dahil wala nga tayong or, pwede mo rin gawitin yun as a way to answer this. Walang or, tanggal si B at si C. So A and D na lang. At least, mas mataas ang chances na masasagot nyo yung question if that's your method. Again, the answer is letter D. Okay, try nyo nga ito. Based on what we have answered or how we've answered last item, try nyo sagutan si number 36. Send nyo na sa chat yung response nyo. Okay lang hulaan kung di kayo sure. Basta nag-answer tayo. Okay, tama, no? No? The answer is the same sa kanina. It's actually P and Q, then R. Tama, it's letter A. Kasi, ito yung P. The diagonals of a quadrilateral bisect each other. Tapos, Q, the diagonals, kasi same lang tinutukoy, kasi they, referring to that same thing, are perpendicular. Tapos, last statement are the quadrilateral is a rhombus. So, etong P at saka Q, magkasama sila doon sa if na part ng statement. Tapos, and ang ginamit. So, yun ang symbol. Conjunction. Tapos, sa kabila, meron siyang then. So, after ng then, yun na yung conclusion mo. So, P and Q, parenthesis, then R. Okay, so that's good to hear na gets nyo yung explanation ko sa sa logic and set theory. Kasi subject din namin to sa college naman na. College ko na rin to natutunan actually. Ba't mo high school din naturo sa amin? Sana all naturo sa iba sa inyo na may logic and set. So if you want to learn more about logic and set, by the way, tinuturo to sa mga math majors or BS Ed Math. So if you're going to take mathematics education, or in other words, magtuturo kayo in the future, yun yung gusto nyo, edi, you will take this as one of your subjects sa major. Okay, answer is letter A. Okay, 1 minute, no, or 2 minutes lang siguro for water or CR break. Sige, balik tayo ng 4:25. Mapa-CR lang ako saglit. Okay, so we're back. Type 1 in the chat kapag ready na sa next section. We're done with sets and logic. Next tayo, probability and ano kasi yun? Probability and may ratio na kasamang item. Tapos, last is math of finance or yung simple interest. Diyan papasok yun. No? Galing lahat yan sa reviewer natin. So, if you have access to that, you can look it up if you want to study further each of the items here. Okay, next. Ayan. Ito na yung ratio and proportion. So, sabi dito, at a rally, protesters outnumbered the policemen by 12 to 1. By 12 to 1, meaning for every 12 na protesters, isang policeman. Like, kunwari, pag may 3 policeman, mayroong 36. Parang roughly, no? 36 na protesters. Ganon yung proportion niya. No? So marami compared sa isa. Ayan. And then 72 arrests were made, averaging 3 for every 2 policemen. How many protesters attended the rally? So, inaalam kung ilan yung mga nagprotesta sa rally. Okay. How are we going to answer this? By 12 to 1. So, 12 meaning number of protesters, 1 number of policemen. So, 72 arrests were made, averaging 3 for every 2 policemen. Balikan natin tong 12 is to 1. Dito tayo sa 72 arrests. 72 arrested na protesters. So, yung mga inaresto, baka nag-riot or nanakit, no? Ng mga police, ganon, yun. 72. Ito numbers, ito talaga yung ilan, no? 72 yung inaresto. Hindi siya proportion lang. Ito talaga yung actual number kung ilan yung inaresto. Ngayon, let's look at this. Averaging 3 for every 2 policemen. So, 3 is to 2. So, sa bawat, itong 3, ito rin yung arrested. Pero naka-ratio siya. So, sa bawat 2 policemen, 3 yung ina-arrest na protesters. Kasi 3 is to 2. 3 for every 2. This is equal to 72 is to something. Ano kaya yung something na yun? Let's call that X. X is the actual number of policemen. Kasi kung 3 is to 2 ang ratio ng arrest for every 2 policemen, that means kung 72 ang arrested protesters, 72 is to something, makukuha mo kung ilan yung policemen. Which is, pwede mong gamitin mamaya dito para makuha yung number of protesters. Pero dito tayo sa kanina. So, how are we going to answer this ratio and proportion? We multiply the means. Ang means, ito yung nasa gitna by, yan yung dalawa. Multiply mo yung means, tapos equal sa product ng extremes. Ito naman yung nasa labas, extremes. Means and extremes. So that means 3 times x or x times 3, that's 3x, is equal to 72 times 2, which is equal to 144. Okay. So what's the answer here? Divide both sides by 3. Sige, 144 divided by 3. 3, 12, 24. Ayan. 38. So, meron tayong 38 na policemen. 38 policemen in that protest. Yun yung total nila. So kung 38 ang policemen, tapos ang ratio ng policemen sa protesters ay 1:12, or the other way around, number of protesters to policemen 12:1, pwede mo gamitin na ganito. Pwede mo sabihin na 12:1 is equal to y, kasi nagamit na yung x, so let's use another variable, y is to 38. Kasi, yun yung proportion natin. So, we can do the same. Means, multiply the means, multiply the extremes. So, y is equal to 12 times 38. So, multiply mo yung 12 sa 38, you will get kung how many yung total number of protesters. So, 12 times 38, syempre wala tayong calculus, so we need to do it manually. 8 times 2, 16, 96, tapos 12 times 3, 36. 6, 9 plus 6 is 15. Wait. 3 plus, wait, 96. 15. Wait, but 456, but nagkulang. Supposed to be it's 576. Let's check. $38 naman.
48 po, sir.
Ay, 48 siya. Ayun. Oh, di ba? Sabi sa inyo, di ko rin kaya yung mga matagalan. Anyway, kaya pala, sumuwa lang tayo kasi it's supposed to be 48. Okay. Thank you for that input. Ayan. So, mahirap talagang aralin, ikram lahat ng mga topics sa isang bagsakan. Kaya, if I were you, unti-untiin nyo rin yung pag-review. So, 4 times 3 is 12. Kaya pala siya 48. Thank you for that. So, it's 48. So, 48 din to. 48 ang policemen. Now, do the same process. 12 times 4, 48. So, 6. 9 plus 8, 17. This is 7. Tapos, carry 1 plus 4 is 5. So, yun. So, y is equal to 576. So, in total, 576 ang protesters for, in proportion sa 48 na policemen. So, ganun karami yung protesters nung rally na yon. Okay. The answer is letter C. Next. A box contains 10 balls. Each ball is labeled such that each ball corresponds to a prime number less than 30. If 2 balls are drawn from the box, what is the probability that the sum of the numbers written on them is even? So, may 10 balls. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Each ball corresponds to a prime number less than 30. So, ano yung mga prime numbers less than 30? Ano muna yung prime numbers in the first place? Prime numbers, no, are numbers, prime, kapag prime, divisible only by 1 and itself. Divisible only by 1 and itself. So, yun yung prime numbers. Ano yung example ng mga yan? 2, 3, 5. Bakit hindi pwede si 4? Kasi pwede mo siyang i-divide sa 2. No? So, let's try to list the numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's list the first 10 numbers. Natural numbers. 1 is not prime Kasi nakalagay dito, divisible only by 1 and itself. Distinct yun, magkaiba. Divisible by 1, divisible sa sarili niya. Ito, divisible by 1 itself. Iisa lang kasi ang itself at 1. So, hindi siya kasama sa listahan na prime or hindi prime na number. So, tanggalin natin si 1. Mag-start tayo sa 2 onwards. So, yung 2, divisible only by 1? Yes. And itself. 2 divided by 2 is equal to 1. Yun lang ang possible. So, it is prime. 2 is the smallest prime number. So, using the same process, 3 is prime. 4 is not prime kasi 4 is divisible by 2. 5 is prime. 6 is not prime because 6 is divisible by 2 and by 3. Bukod kay 1 and 6. So, hindi siya prime. Ang tawag sa kanila ay composite pag hindi prime. 7 is prime. 8 is not prime. 9 is not prime kasi 9 is divisible by 3. So, 1, 3, and 9 yung factors niya. So, 10 is not divisible kasi 5 and 2. So, yun yung mga prime numbers. So, if we're going to enumerate them, that will be 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, 13, 17, 19, 23, 29. Yan yung mga prime numbers less than 30. And sakto, 10 nga sila kasi 10 yung balls natin. If 2 balls are drawn from the box, what is the probability that the sum of the numbers written on them is even? So, kunwari, nilagay mo lahat to sa box. Tapos kukuha ka ng 2. Ano kaya ang chance, no, na ang sum nila ay even? What's the chance na ang sum of the numbers ay even? So, ano ba? Ilan ba? Kasi probability, kapag probability, we're talking about sample space. So, ilan yung total possible sums at ilan yung total na even sums. So, we're like asking the question, even sums over total sums. Ilan ba yung total sums natin here na pwedeng ipares? We can use counting techniques such as combination, kagaya ng 10C2. Kasi tig-2 pares ang ina-add. No? But 9C2. I think it's 10C2 kasi 10 sila. Oo. Yung adds. Oh, yeah. We can roll that out. 9, choose 2. Pero ang total lang kasi ang natin, ino-compare dito. Sige. 10C2, yun yung mga, but that's good, no? That's a good way to check as well. So, 10C2, yun nga. Lahat, 10, choose 2. How are we going to do this combination? Ang 10 choose 2 is equal to 10 factorial over 10 minus 2 factorial 2 factorial. That's how it's written. No? Kasi ang, check nyo na lang yung formula for combination. So, by the way, how do we answer this? 10 times 9 times 8 factorial. Pwede mong i-simplify yung 10 factorial like that. Tapos ito, magiging 8 factorial, 2 factorial. Cancel, cancel. Ang may iwan is 90 divided by 2. 2 times 1 or 2, which is equal to 45. So, 10 choose 2 is equal to 45. Okay. Pero, ang kinonsider natin dito, syempre, ang 2 plus 3, kasi pag kumuha ka ng ball, 2, tapos, next, 3. Magkaibang situation yun kapag kinuha mo yung 3 at saka 2. So, ang nangyari dito is you will still multiply to 2 times 2, you get 90. No? So, magkaiba kasi ang case na 2 plus 3 at saka 3 plus 2. Although, same lang yung sagot, syempre. Pero, ibang scenario yon. Kasi, ang nangyari dito sa 2 plus 3, kinuha mo yung ball na 2, then kinuha mo yung ball na 3. Ito naman sa 3 plus 2, kinuha mo muna yung ball na 3, tas yung ball na 2. So, the order kind of matters here. Kaya 90 ang total na sums. You can also see that sa rationalization ng item na to sa Ciencia Habilidad Reviewer 2, version 2. Okay, even sums. Let's talk about even sums. Kailan magiging even ang sum? O, kunwari, 1 plus 1 is equal to 2. 2 is even. 1 plus 1 is equal to 2. Yes, 2 is even kasi yung dalawa ay odd. So, odd plus odd is even. Kuha tayo ng table dito somewhere kung may kakasya pa. 2 plus 2 ay odd plus odd is even. Next, kapag even plus even, it's also even. Example niyan, 2 plus 2 is 4. 8 plus 10 is 18. No? 20 plus 24 is 44. Oh, that's even plus even. Ngayon, kailan siya magiging odd? Kapag even plus odd. Or odd plus even. Kailan nagiging ganyan? Example, 2 plus 1, 10 plus 7, 40 plus 9. Okay? O kaya, baliktarin natin, 9 plus 24. 9 plus 24 is equal to 33. So, odd plus even is odd, even plus odd is odd. So, kapag nag-add ka ng even and odd, you get an odd number. Ang hinahanap dito, even. So, tanggalin mo yung mga odd. Yung 2 plus 3, 2 plus 5, 2 plus 7, 2 plus 11, 2 plus 13. Yan lang kasi. Dito kasi sa mga balls natin, iisa lang yung even natin, which is 2. So, siya lang ang pwede mong i-add sa mga odd para makuha yung odd. Kasi kapag ito, 3 plus 5 is 8, even yun. 11 plus 29 is 40, even din yun. So, ito lang yung pwede. Ilan yun? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So, 9 ang odd, ang sum. So, 90, kasi yun yung odd sums. 90 minus 9, so you get 81 over 90. 81 ang even na sums. So, 81 over 90 siya. Well, actually, hindi siya 81 over 90 lang. Kasi, magkaiba nga, sabi natin yung 2 plus 3 sa 3 plus 2. Magkaibang situation yun. No? So, that means, hindi lang 9. Supposed to be, dapat 18 siya. So, some of you might think na dapat ang sagot here is 90 minus 18 or simply 72 over 90. 72 over 90 or simply 4 over 5. Pero since wala siya sa choices, hindi naman tayo pwedeng maglagay ng sagot natin kasi mali yung choices, ganun. Kung ganun yung situation, you find, no, tandaan nyo, any kind of multiple choice test, pag ganun situation, you find the closest answer to it. Or let's say, palagay natin yung sagot na 4 over 5. Almost equal to 1. Alin ang pinakamalapit dito? 0, 1 over 10, 9 over 10, or 1? So, syempre, yung 0, wala na yan. 1 over 10, malayo. So, 9 over 10 or 1. Almost equal to 1, pero hindi equal to 1. So, ito yung pinaka-closest, pinaka-possible, plausible na answer. 9 over 10. Okay. So that means even though the answer is 4/5, you will still answer 9/10 in this case. So yun lang, no? May mga times na ganyan talaga sa mathematics. Even sa majorship namin sa LET, no, nag-board exam kami, no, may mga items na talagang hindi swak na swak ang sagot, pero hanapin nyo yung pinakamalapit na answer. Yun yung tip ko sa inyo. Okay. Number 21. Malapit na tayong matapos sa probability. It's 4:46 na pala, no? Very time consuming. Sorry. Okay. Number 21 from our reviewer, 20 chocolate candies. By the way, let me hear from you. Laban? Baka kasi nantok na or natulog na sa Zoom call. Laban ba? Ayan. Yes. Yan ang sign ng isang true DOST scholar. No? So kahit anong pagsubok yan, talagang haharapin natin at haharapin. Okay, number 21. 20 chocolate candies were placed in a jar and mixed thoroughly. 8 curly tops, 12 flat tops. 2 students were asked to get the candy from the jar, one at a time, without looking into the jar. The first student got a flat top, while the second student did not show his or her chocolate candy. If you were asked to pick a chocolate candy from the remaining candies, what would be the more likely outcome? Okay. Meron kang 20 candies in total. So, yung 8 doon ay curly tops. Tapos yung 12 ay flat tops. Ngayon, may kumuha na 2 students. Yung isa, nakakuha ng flat tops. So, ang result niyan is magiging 8 yung curly tops and then 11 yung flat tops after kumuha ng student na yon. Okay, next. Ito. Yung student nyo na pabibo. Yung classmate yung pabibo, char. Hindi. Yung ayaw niyang pakita. Kumuha siya ng candy, ayaw niya sabihin anong candy yon. Curly tops ba o flat tops? Hindi ka sure. Kasi hindi niya sinabi. So, 2 ang possibilities. Either kumuha siya ng curly tops, or nakuha niya ay curly tops, so magiging 7 rather, ang curly tops kasi -1. Tapos, 11 pa rin ang flat tops. Or, kung flat tops ang nakuha niya, 8 pa rin yung curly tops at 10 ang flat tops. Ito yung information. Ito yung case 1, case 2. Now, question. What would be the more likely outcome? Flat tops or curly tops? Or depende? So, as you can see here, kahit check mo man yung 2 case na kung curly tops man o flat tops ang nakuha niya, mas marami pa rin ang flat tops kesa sa curly tops. Ito, 11 versus 7. Ito, 10 versus 8. So, pag kukuha ka ng candy, next time, sure ka na mas mataas ang chance na nakakuha ka ng flat top. Kaya ang answer here is letter A. Medyo mahaba lang yung problem pero this one is, if alam nyo siyang i-interpret, madadali siyang masasagot. Hindi siya masyadong tedious sagutan. Okay, next. Ito. If you roll 2 6-sided dice simultaneously, which of the following would be the most likely outcome? Alam niyo yung dice? yung niro-roll, yung 6 yung faces. May 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sa bawat face niya, no? Kapag isa lang siya, ang tawag is die, D-I-E. So pag nabasa niyo 'yon, hindi namatay, wala namatay, no? It's die na isa lang. Pero pag multiple dice ang tawag. If you rolled 6, 2, dalawang six-sided dice simultaneously, which of the following would be the most likely outcome? Kapag in-add nyo siya, mas mataas ba na odd ang sagot? Or even? Or instead na kapag multiply mo yung mga numbers na nakuha mo, odd? Or kapag multiply mo, makuha mo is even? The best way to answer this is to construct a table like this. Ganito. So ito yung lahat ng mga possible outcomes. Ito yung tinatawag nating sample space. No? Yung lahat ng mga possible outcomes. So, this one, kunwari, ito yung first row, tapos ito yung second row. So, pag naghagis ka, nakuha mo una is 4, or nakuha mo sa isang dice is 4, nakuha mo sa isa is 3, so sagot is 4, 3. Yun yung outcome dito. So, based on this, mas madaling ma-answer ang mga questions na to. So, just count how many instances na add ang sums, divide mo sa total. Ilan ba yung total natin na possible outcomes? 6 throws or 6 faces ng isang die, 6 faces ng another die, you get 36. So, over 36 lahat yan. Kasi dalawa yung die natin or dice. Now, the sum is odd. E di pag meron kang table na to, check mo yung odd. Sum is odd. Again, kanina, nasagot natin yon, no? Kailan magiging odd ang sum? Kapag in-add mo yung odd sa even or yung even sa odd. Kapag odd plus odd, you get even. Pag even plus even, you get even. So, dito, ang hahanapin natin, yung pares ng isang odd at isang even. So, check natin yun. Ayan. So, you can double check if tama ang na-check natin na ganun. Pares ng odd saka even. Oh, hindi. Mali nga. Ito na-check ko dito. 1, 3, 5 pala yun. Yan. Okay. So, ilan sila? 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18. So, syempre, dahil itong mga naka-check ang sum ay odd, the rest, ang sum ay even. So, 36 minus 18, ilan yung natitira? That's also 18 over 36, which is equal to 1/2. Pareho silang 1/2. So, walang more likely sa dalawa. Walang more likely sa dalawa kasi pareho lang sila na 1/2. No? And, ang hinarap dito most likely, syempre, walang mataas sa dalawa, tanggal na yan. Hindi yan yung sagot. Next, product is odd or product is even. O, paano to? Pag multiplication naman, kung sakaling multiplication, then odd, even, odd, even. If you multiply odd sa odd, let's try 9 times 7, 63, odd. 1 times 1 is 1, odd. 3 times 5, 15, odd. So, odd times odd is equal to odd. Even times odd. 2 times, 2 times 3, 6. 10 times 7, 70. So, odd times even is even. And vice versa, even. Even times even. 2 times 4. 8. Even pa rin. So, yan. Based on here, parang malaki ang chance na the product is even. No? Kasi parang alternate lang sila dito, pero baka mas mataas ang chance na even siya. We'll see. We'll see. Bilangin natin yung odd, ang products. Meaning, pares ng odd and odd only. Ilogin natin. Odd and odd. Ito yung second, fourth, sixth. Wala na kasi may even na dyan. Matik. So, dito lang tayo. Okay. Yun na yun. 9. The answer sa letter C or the probability is 9 over 36 or 1/4. So, kung yung 1/4, the product is odd, then the rest, the product is even. Subtract mo lang from 1 whole. No? So, this is actually 27 or simply 3/4. So, it's clear. The answer here is letter D. Follow-up question. Number 34. Similar. If you roll 2 6-sided dice simultaneously, alin yung most likely? Exactly 1 die is even. At least 1 die is even. Both dice are even. The sum is even. Same procedure. Exactly 1 die ay even daw. So, that means nakapares yung odd sa even. Kasi, isa lang yung even sa kanilang dalawa. Hindi pwede yung both na even at hindi pwede na walang even sa kanila. So, select natin yon 2, 4, 6, 1, 3. Same lang, no? Doon sa kanina. In short, ang sagot dyan is 1/2. No? Same lang eh. Ito naman, at least 1 die is even. Dagdagan mo na to. Sige. Dagdagan mo na yan. Kasi may at least 1 die. So, sabihin, kasama na yung at least 1, pwede 2. Pwede parehong even. So, kasama to, kasama yun. Ay, no. Hindi kasama to. Ayun. Hindi kasama yun dito. Yan. Tapos, pwede to. Yan. So, dumagdag tayo ng 9, no? 3, 3, 3. So, 18 plus 9 is 27 over 36 or 3/4. Yun yun. Both dice are even. Pag parehong even naman, kailangan parehong even lang. So, yung inad natin kanina, yun. Which is actually 9. Yung inad natin kasi yun yung dinagdag. Both plus exactly 1 die. Parang ang litaw dyan is pag inad mo kung ilan yung sa C at saka yung sa A, makukuha mo yung nasa B. No? So, this one is 1/4. Tapos, the sum is even. Yun na yung kanina. Bumalik tayo dun sa same result na 1/2. So, no? Tama ba? The sum is even is 1/2. Yeah, the sum is even is 1/2. Tama. Product is even pala yung 3/4. Tama. It's 1/2. Kaya ang sagot is letter B. By the way, do you have any questions? Nakakasunod ba ang lahat? Okay, sige. If you have any questions, just chat sa chat box, no? So I can address that as soon as possible. Okay. Next. A student downloaded 6 music files to a portable MP3 player. Yan. Baka sa inyo, Spotify na lang at saka YouTube, no? Pero kung mahilig ka mag-download ng music sa computer shop, tapos lalagay sa cellphone, ganun uso ng unang, like 10 years ago, sa MP3 player, portable MP3 player, meron ka bang ganun? Ano yung yung tipong USB tapos pwede mong i-connect yung headset. Ganun yung portable MP3 player. So, if some of you still use that, ayun, that's good. Kasi mga ngayon, puro Android phones na eh. Meron na kasing music player. Yung iba nga, wireless headsets na, AirPods, AirPods. Okay. So, nag-iiba yung technology from time to time. Anyway, a student downloaded 6 music files to a portable MP3 player, 6. So, di ba sa music player, meron tayong shuffle, pwede mong iba-ibahin yung order. So, ilang ways mo daw pwedeng i-arrange? How many different orders, take note the word orders, can the songs be played? So, when we talk about arrangement, pag ang pinag-uusapan is arrangement, that is permutation. No? Permutation. Kapag arrangement. Kapag combination is combination eh. Or pairs or groups. No? How many groups? How many combinations? Kagaya sa loto, no? Pag napanalunan mo is 24, 4, 6, 2, 12, 40. Tapos, ang winning combination is 4, 6, 40, 12, 2, 24. Panalo ka pa rin sa loto. Kasi, winning combination yun. It does not care about the order kung alin yung sinade mo doon sa loto ticket mo. So, kapag groups, that's combination. Pero dito, ang pinag-uusapan, different orders. So, the order does matter. The arrangement matters. We will use permutation. Ito, question. 6 music files, arrange them. Walang sinabi na ilan yung i-arrange o ilang arrangements of how many. So, we are certain, pwede natin i-assume na 6P6. No? 6 choose 6 kasi wala kang isi-single out dyan. Parang arrangement of 6. Lahat sila i-arrange mo. Or kapag ganito, pareho yung simula sa huli, no? 6P6, simply 6 factorial. Yan ang shortcut niyan. Pag pareho yung una sa huli sa permutation, 6 factorial. So how do you do 6 factorial? 6 times 5 times 4 times 3 times 2 times 1. So 120, 30, 120, tama? 30, 120, no? Times 3, 360 plus times 2, 720 times 1. So the answer indeed is 720. Okay, so you can, by the way, you can now get your e-certificates, no? Before we end, we still have a few more slides. Magdi-discuss pa tayo nung last portion, which is about mathematics of finance in simple interest. Pero you can now get your e-certificates by answering the evaluation form na nasa chat box. So, patalastas lang. We have a few more items to go. Okay. 5. Wait lang. Ba't nabigay sagot? Ayan. Wait, ito muna. Last item for probability and counting techniques. A committee of 10 students must select a president, vice president, secretary, and a treasurer. In how many possible ways can this be possible? So, meron tayong 10 students. There's this president, vice president, secretary, and treasurer. So, ganito, 10 students. So, sa una, you have 10 ways to choose the president kasi 10 pa sila. Pag na-elect mo si president, 9 na lang sila. So, 9. Pag na-elect mo si VP, 8 na lang yung pwedeng botohin. So, 8. Tapos, 7. So in short, 10 times 9 times 8 times 7, the answer here is 5,040. 5,040. Okay. Sir Emerson, pwede pa po ba natin i-push hanggang sa last part? Tapos na po tayo by the way sa fifth, panglimang section na to. Last na part na lang. Okay, sige. Tuloy natin. Ayan. Ayan talaga. No? Kapag nagre-review tayo sa talagang gusto natin pumasa, willing tayong mag-overtime. Ayan. Okay. Last section na naman na to. No? At least, hopefully, what we have learned from this session ay makatulong sa inyo, no, na mas masagot ang mga questions sa upcoming qualifying exam for DOST scholars. Next, Mathematics of Finance. Ito madali lang. Simple interest lang naman ang binigay doon sa 𝘔𝘦𝘤𝘩𝘪𝘤𝘢 Reviewer. Tandaan nyo lang, formula for simple interest, I is equal to P times R times T. Kung nakalimutan nyo yan, mag-drawing tayo. I, P, R, T. Yan. Importante yung triangle na yan or yung pyramid na yan. Kasi pag nakalimutan mo or kapag iba yung hinahanap yung time, hinahanap yung rate, hinahanap yung principal, pwede mong gamitin yun. Pero in this case, anong hinahanap? 80,000, this is the principal. So P is 80,000 into a venture that pays 3.5 annual simple interest. So rate is 3.5%. How much will she earn after a year? Medyo hidden yung keyword, pero that year is time. So T is equal to 1. So simply multiply 80,000 by 3.5%. 80,000 by 3.5% or simply 0.035. Okay. Okay na bahala mag-compute dyan. Sige nga, anong sagot? Chat nyo nga yung sagot. Yan, that's good to hear. Tama yung sagot nyo. The answer is, using I is equal to BRT, the answer is 2,800. Okay, tama. Okay na lang siya. More problems involving simple interest. Farmer borrowed 100,000, cooperative. Ito, principal. Yan na yung principal. Annual simple interest rate, 10. Ito yung rate. Ano yan? After 2 years, time. So, how are we going to answer this? 100,000 multiplied by, ang hinanap kasi, how much is the amount the farmer owes the cooperative after 2 years? So, hindi lang yung interest dyan. Kasama yung, principal. No? The formula for that is medyo different lang doon sa nauna, pero ganyan siya. Future value is equal to principal times 1 plus RT. So, if you've studied that before sa Gen Math, so that's lucky you, pero that's the formula. Kasi ang future value, ito yung principal plus the interest. So that means multiply 100,000 times 1 plus, what's the rate? 10%. 0.10 times 2. 100,000 times 1 plus 0.2. Okay? And then lastly, 100,000 times, kasi 2 times 0.10, 0.20, that's 1.20 or 1.2. So, the answer here is, tama, the answer here is letter C. 1.2. So, naging, from 0.1, naging 0.2 siya kasi multiply natin si R na 10% sa 2 years. Naging 20% siya kasi 2 years na. Ganun yung simple interest. Okay. Few more slides. Malapit na tayo matapos. Comparison na lang. Let's just compare. Alin yung mas magandang investment opportunities? Ito, magiging useful to pag naging businessman na kayo or meron na kayong pang capital or pang invest. Alin yung mas malaki ang kikitain sa dalawa? A or B? So dito, you will simply use the formula na I is equal to PRT. Compare nyo lang. Ano ba yung letter A? Ito yung R. Tapos ito yung T. Kung meron kang fixed na value na P, so fixed lang siya na P, multiply mo sa 10%, multiply mo sa 5, that's equal to P times 0.1 times 5, that's equal to 0.5 times P. Yun yung interest mo. 0.5. Ano yun? 0.5. Kalahati ni principal mo mababawi after 5 years. Wow. Ito kayang number 2. If rate is 13%, time is 4 years, P times 13% times 4, that's equal to P times 0.13 times 4. What's 13 times 4? 52. No? Or 0.52. Kaya ang sagot dyan is 0.52p. A little more than half. So mababawi mo yung half. Kikita ka ng kalahati ng principal mo. Wow, malaki do. Sana true. More than half of your investment after 4 years. So dahil, ito, we now know, sure yan, no, na mas better si investment B. Pero the problem here is we have 2 choices. Alin kaya sa dalawa ang sagot? Okay. Why D? Kasi kapag sinagot mo is letter B, kapag iniba mo yung years, number of years, pwedeng, gawin mong 3 years, 13 times 3, 39 lang yun. So, that's a worse investment na kapag ganun yung case. So, ang talagang key to find out which is the better investment opportunity is letter D. Kasi kapag B ang sagot mo, no? Let's say na B ang sinagot mo. Sabihin, tiningnan mo lang yung interest rate na mataas. Yun na yung sagot. Pero, hindi mo pinansin yung time. So, kunwari, 15% per annum for 1 year. No? Wala. Ano lang yun? 15.15. So, hindi pwede ang B. The answer here, the correct answer here is letter D. Ayan. So, that's good to know na tama ang mga answers nyo. I think this is the last item. Yes, it is the last item. Sige nga. Kayo naman ang sumagot. Kayo mabigay ng answer. Use the same procedure as the other one kanina and find out alin yung best to good. Medyo ano yan. Best to worst. Actually, yan ang sabihin yan. So, ano yung pinaka-best? good, pero not so good. O kaya, best, better, good. Parang from highest to lowest. Paano i-multiply ang whole number to decimal without calcu? Okay. Paano yan? Kunwari, whole number to decimal. Ano example nun? Kunwari, 0.4 tapos 120. O ganyan daw. Pag nabumultiply ka ng ganyan, you multiply it as if nagmumultiply ka ng 120 sa 4. Ignore mo muna yung decimal. So, 120 times 4 is, ano yun? 1224, 480. Pero after that, you count how many decimal places after the decimal point ang meron sa minultiply. In this case, isa lang. So, the answer is 48.0. Kung yung question is 12.0 times 0.4, dahil dalawa na yung digits na may decimal na nauna, ang answer instead here is going to be 4.80. Ganun na pag-multiply ng whole numbers decimal. 4.80 ang answer dyan. So, ganun. You just multiply it as if you're multiplying two whole numbers. Mag-iiba lang yung placement ng decimal point. Okay. Wait lang. I think we're having some technical difficulties. Last item na lang. Teka lang. Let me... Ayun, nag-lag yata siya. Teka lang. Wait lang ah. Last minute na gano. Oh. Wait. So, what's your answer? Ayan, tama. The answer here is letter B. So, yung una, let's check. Letter B, kasi 2, 1, 3. Unahin natin yung 1. Ano ba yung sagot dito? 0.10 times 5. So, P times 0.10 times 5, that's equal to 0.5P. Ito naman, P times 0.13 times 4, that's equal to 0.52P. And then lastly, P times 0.15 times 3, that's equal to 0.45P. So, best, rank 1, no? Kasi highest, rank 2, rank 3. So, the answer is 2, 1, 3. And that's all. That's all for the math of investment or math of finance questions. And that's all as well for our review session today or to almost tonight, 5:19 p.m. na. So, I will just leave you with a quote from Maria Mirzakhani. She was a mathematician, and she said, "The beauty of mathematics only shows itself to more patient followers." So, if you want to witness the beauty of math, no? If you will realize na it is beautiful, ang dami niyang application sa buhay, only if you look at it closely. Kapag naging patient ka, no? You need to be more willing to get your hands dirty, to think hard, to reflect deeply kasi hindi siya nakikita sa panlabas lang. No? Parang hindi siya shallow na beauty. It's something that goes deep within. So, that concludes our review for this day. I hope that you've learned a lot of concepts, ideas na may apply nyo sa pagsagot nyo ng qualifying exam. I hope and pray na kayo ang yung mga nandito, no? Kayo ang mga next DOST scholars ng undergrad, no? So sa mga region 3 dyan, no? I will check the list, no? Makikibalita ako kay Ma'am Tish pag contract signing nyo na, no? Ayan. Okay. And also kay Ma'am Kay. Ayan, from DOST Tarlac. Thank you so much for DOST Tarlac for giving me this opportunity to impart my knowledge and skills. And thank you as well sa mga nagstay at nakinig upang matuto ng mathematics. So that will be all po. Thank you.